Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahana. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM.
One west to the depth till they bury me.
Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Mathkoya.
One west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Yo, Lot. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah.
Live.
I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feet that safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see that hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the Most High. Pray I see the gates. Eyes about the Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of them payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they menstrual and get the whining like a bitch. niggas just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with their fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, gonna hit and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Now she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. On my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, close game, hit different. We focus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I zip the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the hand that feeds you, never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man, we coming for this whole shit. But in the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road trip. I'm in the den with the lions, I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul, that's a real price. Getting led by a coward, I don't know what that feel like. Black on black, toes to my head, I can't kill Christ.
I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, little nigga.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, tearing up dreams in the night, kicking down doors, flashing light, causing fright. Mama in the kitchen, baby crying in her arms. Agents storm in, yeah, they sounding their alarm. Who the real criminal when they snatching up the meek? Chains on the innocent, silence on the weak. They call it law, but I call it co-abduction. Ripping souls apart, yeah, that's government corruption. Land of the free, man, that's a contradiction. Cause freedom got conditions in this twisted jurisdiction. White man came, took the land, drew borderlines. Now they calling Mexicans illegal, that's another crime. Ice raids crazy, kidnapping in broad daylight. Separating families, that's wrong, it ain't right. Tears on the pavement, kids with no translation. America preach love, but they practice damnation. False news paint black and brown faces as a threat. But we the hardest workers, bleed sweat, living in debt. building skyscrapers, mowing lawns and serving plates. The same ones they hate keep America great. It's hypocrisy with badges, patriot disguise, call it national security, but it's genocide. Stolen land, stolen lives, stolen pride. The truth don't hide, it bleeds from the inside.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, propaganda so sick. Fox News talking lies, playing politics. They say protect the border, but they guarding the ghost. From Tijuana to Texas, it's stolen land coast to coast. You can't deport the people from their native land when your racist flag flew in with a bloody hand. Cages and babies, what kind of nation is that? The cries echo loud, but they turning their backs. If the law is unjust, then justice ain't lawful. A badge on your chest don't make you God fool. They label them illegal, man, that word is obscene. Remember the first these were wigs and they called it the American dream. Ice raids crazy, it's a modern day lynch. History repeats, America don't flinch. Ripping roots from the ground, they call it immigration. It's really reincarnation of colonization. They say we all human, same blood, same beat, but they judge by the border and the color of your feet. No heart, no mercy, no ounce of grace. Just politics of fear in a racist face. From Rio Grande to the California coast, they hunting my people, good people, ghosts of the ghosts. Black and brown unity, we all grew up. If you don't like it, take your dog ass back to Europe.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. That's right. White man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Indians. supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got a kingdom coming. You know what, the Lord's judgment is coming. You know what, let's change our life.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yohana. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM.
West to the death till they bury me.
Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Masquayak.
West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Oh my fucking God!
ICE is the most dangerous gang on earth.
Oh shit! Shit! Oh my fucking God!
ICE is the most dangerous gang on earth. What do you expect to happen when you give white men who feel like their country's being stripped from them, feel like immigrants are replacing them, feeling like white power is declining, they can't have children, and you give them guns, a badge, and legal immunity? What do you think is going to happen? They have to overcompensate for the lack of man that they are, because they have a low self-esteem. They're so insecure because they know they're not a man. If somebody disagrees with them because it's their constitutional right and they're so patriotic to disagree and protest, they take the disagreement like disrespect and they go and do what they always have done, become violent. And you white women better agree with me, because you know when you disagree with your husband, what happens to you? You get a damn black eye. That's what white men do when they feel like they're not sure of their manhood, when they're insecure. And I guess that's what people mean by toxic masculinity. For the love of me, I couldn't understand what toxic masculinity meant. I think it just meant white men who have guns. And for all you people out there saying pray for these ICE agents, how come everybody has to pray for the aggressor? Why nobody ever pray for the victims? Nobody ever support the victims when they're going through a time. And if you support ICE, then you are unpatriotic. I finally understand why the Second Amendment was created. See, you better start listening to other white people. Other white men knew that they had to have a Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, to go against other white men who were evil. When it comes down to white people, you better learn from other white men. And if you support ICE, then you are not a true American.
Oh shit! Shit! Oh my fucking God!
That's why y'all are a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. Y'all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You call me my mother, I can tell you anything.
You wanna go to jail?
Fuck wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I done friends all bitch. So me and you go fight, you pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you. And your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all. You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac friends. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all. Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking red,
Shame! Oh my fucking God!
ICE is the most dangerous gang on earth. What do you expect to happen when you give white men who feel like their country's being stripped from them, feel like immigrants are replacing them, feeling like white power is declining, they can't have children, and you give them guns, a badge, and legal immunity? What do you think is going to happen? They have to overcompensate for the lack of man that they are, because they have a low self-esteem. They're so insecure because they know they're not a man. If somebody disagrees with them because it's their constitutional right and they're so patriotic to disagree and protest, they take the disagreement like disrespect and they go and do what they always have done, become violent. And you white women better agree with me, because you know when you disagree with your husband, what happens to you? You get a damn black eye. That's what white men do when they feel like they're not sure of their manhood, when they're insecure. And I guess that's what people mean by toxic masculinity. For the love of me, I couldn't understand what toxic masculinity meant. I think it just meant white men who have guns. And for all you people out there saying pray for these ICE agents, how come everybody has to pray for the aggressor? Why nobody ever pray for the victims? Nobody ever support the victims when they're going through a time. And if you support ICE, then you are unpatriotic. I finally understand why the Second Amendment was created. See, you better start listening to other white people. Other white men knew that they had to have a Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, to go against other white men who were evil. When it comes down to white people, you better learn from other white men. And if you support ICE, then you are not a true American.
Oh shit!
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, tearing up dreams in the night, kicking down doors, flashing light, causing fright. Mama in the kitchen, baby crying in her arms. Agents storm in, yeah, they sounding their alarm. Who the real criminal when they snatching up the meek? Chains on the innocent, silence on the weak. They call it law, but I call it co-abduction. Ripping souls apart, yeah, that's government corruption. Land of the free, man, that's a contradiction. Cause freedom got conditions in this twisted jurisdiction. White man came, took the land, drew borderlines. Now they calling Mexicans illegal, that's another crime. Ice raids crazy, kidnapping in broad daylight. Separating families, that's wrong, it ain't right. Tears on the pavement, kids with no translation. America preach love, but they practice damnation. False news paint black and brown faces as a threat. But we the hardest workers, bleed sweat, living in debt. Building skyscrapers, mowing lawns and serving plates. The same ones they hate keep America great. It's hypocrisy with badges, patriot disguise. Call it national security, but it's genocide. Stolen land, stolen lives, stolen pride. The truth don't hide, it bleeds from the inside.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, propaganda so sick. Fox News talking lies, playing politics. They say protect the border, but they guarding the ghost. From Tijuana to Texas, it's stolen land coast to coast. You can't deport the people from their native land when your racist flag flew in with a bloody hand. Cages and babies, what kind of nation is that? The cries echo loud, but they turning their backs. If the law is unjust, then justice ain't lawful. A badge on your chest don't make you God fool. They label them illegal, man, that word is obscene. Remember the first these were wigs and they called it the American dream. Ice raids crazy, it's a modern day lynch. History repeats, America don't flinch. Ripping roots from the ground, they call it immigration. It's really reincarnation of colonization. They say we all human, same blood, same beat, but they judge by the border and the color of your feet. No heart, no mercy, no ounce of grace. Just politics and fear in a racist face. From Rio Grande to the California coast, they hunting my people, good people, ghosts of the ghosts. Black and brown unity, we all grew up. If you don't like it, take your dog ass back to Europe. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Wagwan priest, you good?
What's going on?
Listen, man, I'm hearing you, man, you ISUPK brothers be talking about the Jacobites that was in Scotland were originally black. You man ain't reaching that.
Listen, put that on the TV right there. You'll see it. This is the transportations. If you look right there, it will let you know Robert Adam, brown, William Bow, black, Dougal Campbell, brown complexion, black, brown. I see brown, black, brown, black, brown. This is all the Jacobites that was shipped out of places like Ireland and so forth. This is the transportations.
Right.
So this is giving you the complexion of the Jacobites that was shipped out of these places to Barbados and other islands in the West Indies.
Yo, that's mad. So it's saying what? Robert Adams was a labourer and he was what? Brown faced. William Bell was what? Black, curled hair. Damn. That's deep, man.
Which means what as well? Which also means black people was in Europe. Why? Because they ruled the Dark Ages. So that's why they was in Europe.
You man are cold at history, man. All right, man. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Yalçın Şabrak'ı tam.
Thumb.
to all the sisters. Yeah, I mean, we're back Wednesday night again. Awarium, your camera kind of angled up. I can't really see it. I can't really see it. It ain't level. It ain't looking at you straight. It's looking like you're looking down like that. Yeah, that's a little better for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Listen, we're racing in here tonight because the rape this shit will keep going on. I don't know what tomorrow's episode of Life in Captivity is going to look like. In 7 days, we see international kidnapping. The shit is look like one of them movies, one of them Tom Clancy. Yeah, I mean, one of them type of movies that them devils really like. You know what I mean? Bombing going on, seizing oil tankers, ice slipping on the ice, and popping some broad in her head who would not obey the white man like IUIC say. IUIC says the white man tell you stop, you got to stop. she didn't obey the white man. I mean, we 7 days in. And this nigga making 2025 look like, kindergarten. What's going to happen in the next week?
Right.
Listen, like how the general always say, lay up thy folly ground. Like the Christ is on his way. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He's upside down. Go ahead, priest.
So like, so I can just if I could, sir. All of this started back on Friday when the Republicans in Congress decided to release the deposition of John, I think his name Joseph or John Smith, who was the lead investigator and prosecutor of Donald Trump 2 years ago on that case of him taking files from out of the White House down there at Mar-a-Lago.
Right.
They released an 8-hour session of him testifying before the grand jury, and he spilled all the beans on all the crimes that Donald Trump committed. And when Donald Trump saw that tape drop, knowing that Monday at the new year, they was going to have to release the rest of them Epstein files, he said, man, push the red button. Like they hit the emergency, they broke the glass, took the axe out, knocked down the door. You ever watch that movie, Crimson Tide, where they had to shoot the nuclear bombs out of the submarine? They needed 2 captains with the key turned at the same time. They did all of that and hit the Maduro button knock, and it's absolutely insane. Whatever's in them Epstein files, they are deathly afraid of the earth seeing him blowing Bill Clinton, him with teenage young little girls from them pageants, and they said we cannot allow the earth to see the real us, so let's go ahead and show them the real us. Salaki, if I could.
Listen, because I said earlier, it ain't the Epstein files no more, it's the Donald Trump files. Epstein is a co-actor. He got best supporting actor at this point. The movie is really about Trump. That's what he's really about.
Just after what you were saying too, you all heard that what's his name? Epstein is somewhere in the Iran-Contra scandal.
Sir.
I hear all the way in there too. You know what I mean? And they say now that was just the beginning of him, you know what I mean, coming in and being a major player. You understand? You know what I mean? And they say with him, he used to just follow the money. Wherever the money is, that's where he's showing up. You know what I mean? And as you're saying, they're afraid of what's in the Epstein file because right now they're not saying nothing about that. Which means America is run by one party. And that's the small hats. Salakia.
Yeah.
Come on, if I may.
Come on, Cap.
And they better be careful because, like Captain Sakawar said, that red button, Donald Trump got another red button too. It's called the nuclear football. And and y'all keep pushing these Epstein files to come out. He might just go ahead and say, you know what, open the damn suitcase. Open the suitcase. And it was something. If you white people are so insistent on these goddamn files, I am going to make sure that I'm going to get rid of me, you, and the file. You know how white men are. You know, a white man loses his job and he go home and kill his wife, his kid, and the family. So, I mean, this is not far-fetched at all. We got a man sitting in charge of the nuclear football that, you know, it ain't no telling what he'll do to not show what they got going on. And I think both parties is on these files.
Yeah.
I think both parties on these files, and I think the level of depravity and evil is I'm trying to imagine, like, of course they nasty, but I'm trying to like put in my mind, like, what are they on camera eating children? Like, what is it? Are they on camera pulling babies apart, like, you know, beast and eating children? Like, it got to be something that is past the realm of sexual. It has to be something like that where it's past the realm of sexual, because we know white men are pedophiles and they have a proclivity for those type of things. It has to be something that if we see this, the world gonna be like, these are the people that these Hebrew Israelites are saying is the devil. It has to be something like that, where it's like, after this, these niggas the devil and they belong in cages. It got to be something like that.
100%. Like, because you trying to figure out what is on them files, brother. If you knew, you'd probably lose your mind.
Come.
Yeah.
If you would see even 2 minutes of it, you would be sick. Like, okay, I damn near would imagine the effect would be where, I know some of you brothers on here might remember. You remember back in the day where they had the Banned in America videotapes? Banned in America, and they would show all them beheadings and it was real gory stuff. This is before the internet showing everything. This is when, you know, they're showing this, you know, the Arabs is executing somebody, stoning them to death or shooting them in the head with an AK. And it was the first generation of just gore, you know, the appetite for gore. And at first,
the Arabs was dropping the cage in the water.
Dropping all kind of, I think this is before that.
It had people in the cage that was drowning them. Oh.
This is even before that. This is, I mean, bloody galore.
Yeah.
That initial shock factor that would just turn your stomach, I would imagine it's 10 times worse than.
Come. If I could, Cap, if I could pull a scripture, Job chapter 30 and verse 5, right? It describes what happened in a former time when the truth and the reality about these people was found out by the other nations of the earth, and how they were driven from among society and driven from among people. Like, what they are afraid of, what we're seeing is a people who are afraid of accountability. They are afraid of the earth seeing their true nature and knowing just how monstrous and debaucherous they really are. And they would rather burn the earth and be king of the ashes than to be known for who they really are. And Job chapter 30 speaks about a people that lived on the earth, and they were so base and so beneath everyone that they got driven from society. You read in the Bible the curse that God put on Cain, and that Cain would be driven from the face of the earth, and that, you know, Cain was afraid that what is going to happen when other people find out I'm the murderer? They're going to unalive me. They're going to kill me. And the fear was very real. And the Lord said to Cain, whoever lay a hand on you, they're going to be punished sevenfold. Well, the white man knows the evil that he's done, and he knows how diabolically he's lived. And he's deathly afraid of the rest of the earth finding out his true nature, and because of the consequences that comes from it. Sawab, you got it. Job chapter 30, verse 5. Read verse 5 and 6.
Can't answer. Book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
They were driven from among men. They cried after them as they cried after a thief. Meaning what? What happens when you find a thief? You chase them down and go to bring them to justice. You go and bring that chief and bring that thief and teach them, we don't allow thieving in our society. We don't allow you to steal and rape and do abominable things. So they ran after these people. Where did they go? Keep reading.
To dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
They were driven from among society, and they were driven to live in caves and in mountains and hidden from the sun, to where the sunshine would not touch them. That's where they went to live, to flee from the people. Keep reading.
Among the bushes, the braid under the nettles, they were gathered together.
They didn't have houses. They lived in the bushes. They brayed under the nettles, meaning what? They gathered under the thorny bushes. These are the people that lived in the Caucasus. These are the people who were eating out of their grandfather's skulls. These are the people who had tails and used to walk on all fours. This is the nature that they don't want you to see. This is the reality of them that they don't want the earth to remember. Read the next verse.
Can. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
That is what is revealed in the Epstein files.
Right.
You understand that these are the base people on the earth. They are viler than the dirt. They are lower than the scum, lower than the dirt. The most horrible, trifling, disgusting, abominable thing you can imagine, that is what is in those Epstein files. And they want desperately to be seen as dignified and honorable. I've been watching these interviews, the things that they are saying and the pride that they are taking in being the most terrible, fierce power on the earth is exactly what the scripture says about Esau.
That's right.
And they are fully standing in their spirit. And when the Lord visits this place and destroys them, the earth is going to not care. The earth is not going to cry. Nobody's going to feel bad. It's going to be like, damn, justice is being served. And everything the Lord said would come to pass before Christ's return is happening. We living in the days of the manifesting of the man of sin, the son of perdition. You understand? Right. They don't want them Epstein files to be revealed because the earth, the Chinese, Japanese, Indians, Pakistanis, the Danish, the French, the Germans, the Irish, the Italians, the Somalians, the Ethiopians, the Cameroonians, the Ivory Coastians, everybody gonna know these are disgusting, nasty bastards.
Right.
And then imagine when the Epstein files come out, now the earth can tell their story. Now it's no longer isolated incidents what happened to them children in those orphanages in Haiti. Now it's no longer an isolated incident what happened to those kids in those Cambodian, monasteries. Now it's no longer an isolated incident what happened to them people in Thailand. These are certain parts of the earth where the white man has been such a monster that there are no men. All the men are ladies. They call them man boys and all these different horrible terms. These are things that have been created by the Europeans. The Epstein files come out, the earth is going to know that the Bible is true and every man is a liar. And the Lord warned us a long time ago that this is the true nature of these people. And no one has been saying it except for the ISUPK since 1969. That's right. Like it, sir, are you?
Yeah. And what you bring out is, it's heavy. You all remember, what's his name? Giuliani wearing the dress? So now you can imagine when the camera's off, what'll be going on. You know what I mean? Like, Like, it's real bad when you really think about it. You know what I mean? And the more and more, things like this come out, the more and more, the truth, is going to shine in this place. Like a bright light. You understand? Why? Because Donald Trump, America, you understand? They're showing you who they really are. According to this Bible. Give me Genesis. I think it's Genesis 25 and 41 or Genesis 27, where he said when Esau went to ask for his blessing. You understand? And I believe it was is Abraham or Isaac? As Isaac, yeah. Isaac told him, this is how you're going to live. You understand? Now it's in the open. Now you're seeing it. Now it's clear as day. This is how the white man is living. It's not because he's smarter than you. If he was smarter than you, he would have been doing a better job running this earth. He's not smarter than you. He cannot run anything. You understand? And that scripture in Ecclesiastes that says, I see servants upon horses. A servant don't know what to do on a horse. He don't know. The white man, he was created to serve us. You understand? Not created to rule. He wasn't created to rule. He was created to be a servant, just like these other nations. You understand? And now you see a servant sitting in the seat of rulership, and you seeing the disaster that comes with it. You understand? Who got that one for me?
The
Genesis.
book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
Right, and you clearly could read the story about Esau, about how he gave up his birthright, and it fits exactly with the white man. Verbal agreements. He don't hold to verbal agreements. He don't hold to no contract. He created the UN and created the rules in the UN so that the earth don't go to war again, and he breaking all the rules. All the rules he's breaking. You understand? It's clear as day. And now Esau is now coming for a blessing he gave up for his belly, just like the white man. And you're watching a nation that is falling and it's desperate to keep, you know what I mean, that spirit, that hegemony over all the other nations. You know, Lord bless you until you will be above all nations. Well, he's fighting to be above all nation right now. And it's like a dog. When you corner a dog, the only other thing for that dog to do is what? Try to bite his way through. And that's what you're seeing. He's trying to bite his way through because China and Russia have him cornered.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Have him cornered. And he's going to show his head. You understand? Read on.
Can. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Where is he that had take venison and brought it to me? I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, he shall be blessed.
Right. And that's Jacob. That's Israel. You understand? We the salt of the earth, man.
Right.
We the salt of the earth. Go ask them small hats. You understand? Go ask them to go run a race here. Go do it, some type of sports. Go play basketball. Go do something. Ain't nobody coming in to watch no, you know what I mean, small hat bounce no basketball. They can't sing. They can't do anything. All they could do is rob and steal. And you understand? And then play victim to the earth. You understand? And now you'll see. You're going to read about them here right now. Read on.
Can. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Just like a spoiled child.
Right.
You understand? Like a child. So if you can't play the game, nobody can play the game. If nobody wants to be on the American dollar, then there'll be no earth. Just like a child. He can't take his losses. You lose, you give it up.
Right.
You understand? Jacob done trick you. You give it up. And the Lord had it that way. Come on.
Can. And he said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, my father.
Now read on.
And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and had taken away thy blessing.
Yaikwab him. You know what I mean? Outsmart him. You understand? But the Lord had it to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave it up. He gave up his birthright. You understand? Read on.
Can. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he...
Go ahead.
Can. For he had supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
What did Donald Trump say? What did Donald Trump say about the Venezuelan oil? That's my oil.
Mm-hmm.
That's not your oil. That's not your birthright. Right. You gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. What you talking about? The oil belongs to the Venezuelan. Read on.
Can. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And
still
Isaac...
He's still begging. I read on.
Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him.
And this
For
is the oppressor.
servants,
Oh, this is the oppressor right here for you. He knows if he doesn't keep his foot on our neck, he knows he's going to have to serve us. You think he worried about China? You think he worried about Russia? No. His problem is what he gonna do when he go to war and this nation start rising. So guess what? We gotta stop them from making children. We're gonna have to start kicking these Hispanics out. We're gonna have to start making them the problem. You understand? We is what they focus on.
Right.
You understand? They're worried. Too late though. Too late. Read on.
Can. I have gave to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Right.
And
Skip me
what
down. For time's sake, just skip me down to when he blessed him. He say, you know what I mean, how he was going to, I think it was 45 or 43.
40 from 47.
Go ahead.
Can. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve
hold on. Don't rush over that because the Christian church, trust me, the pastor, he telling them everything gonna be okay with the oppressor over top of them. But he ain't telling them who the problem is. Why you having all these arguments in your house? Why you and your brother fighting? You don't understand it because your preacher's doing a horrible job. You understand? They're not explaining the Bible how it's supposed to be explained to you. They're not teaching in the Bible. You understand? You're going to be taught today. You understand? And you're going to know that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And everything outside of here, you're just being deceived with. You understand? You're being deceived. Read on.
Can. And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come.
And by thy what?
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
That's how the white man was going to live, not because of his brain, not because of his knowledge, because of his weapons.
Right.
That's how he lived. And it's plain to see today. That's how he lives. That's why they're calling him they're dressing him as a colonialist, as an imperialist, because he is going to live by that what? By the sword. You understand? Not because his politics and his games are the best. Not because of that. Because he has the F-16, the F-35, and the 47. You know what I mean? Them battleships. You want to know why it is all the Caribbean countries, all of them is falling in line? Not because he's smarter. It's because of his military might.
Right.
And the Lord told you that's how he was going to live. I yield.
Yep. You're so right. It's like everything is coming into play right now so vividly. All the prophecies, all the breakdowns we got of the oppressor. You know, the whole thing with the beast, the beast that was wounded. America being Rome all over again. It's all playing forward and, visible for us right now. You know what I mean? So this is good. You all want to touch any stories, or are we going straight to the big boys?
Salakis, if I may.
Come on, Ken.
I found out some new information about the poor white woman that was shot and killed.
Oh, poor lady, Sally.
Yeah. Wait, I got it. Excuse me. They released her name and info, and it fit right perfectly with the narrative. She was a white woman, 37, had a married to a woman.
Oh,
yep.
So the broad that ran to the car, that's her woman?
They said that was her partner that was out there.
I think that broad jumped ship when she see them ICE agents. I think she was in the damn car and she got out the damn car.
Right.
She see them ICE agents coming. She's
right. She ain't with it.
She's like, I want the ones with the veins in it. She jump on damn car.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yep. So she was really you know, she really was a terrorist, just like Ashley Babbitt. It's crazy how this happened. You know, a day after the 5-year anniversary of January 6th, the insurrection.
Right.
Because that white woman, Ashley Babbitt, was a terrorist too. She
Right.
stormed the Capitol, and see, this is funny how the Lord is showing both sides are exactly the same.
That's it.
5 years ago, January 6th, it was a Republican woman that stormed that Capitol and was a terrorist. And you Republicans said she was a victim. You didn't back the blue. You said the police officer was a murderer. You understand? That's her right there, terrorist. Goddamn treasonous, violent thug, criminal, terrorist. The world now that she's not here. That police officer was a hero. But you Republicans rallied behind this terrorist. Fast forward, now we have another white woman on the other political side, and she too is a terrorist. I think being a terrorist is just white culture.
That's it.
I think being a domestic terrorist and hating law and hating authority and not following, not complying, I think that's your culture, because we've seen it from both sides. And then we see the hypocrisy. Each time the side turns on what they claim to believe in. It's like when she stormed the Capitol, you Republicans, you claim to back the blue. You didn't back the blue. You backed the domestic terrorist. Well, now this and you Democrats, you back the police. Now that this terrorist right here, she's a Democrat and she got killed, you Democrats are not backing the police. You're backing the domestic terrorists. Everything you just claimed the Republicans were doing. So really, the Lord is showing a white culture, American culture, is a cesspool of hypocrisy, evil, of lawlessness and disorderly behavior. And we should separate ourselves from this place so we be not partakers of Ashley Babbitt's sin and Renee Good's sin and the more domestic terrorist sins that's coming, because for surely this place has no morality. So like it.
Copy on mute. You mute yourself.
Salakia. Because I think you are 100% right with that one, because at this point it's damn near like America is such at a crossroads. They're gonna have to decide which side they're really on, because how can you pick a side? If you say she was a victim, then ICE is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
And if you say she was a terrorist, then you're saying, you know, she deserved to get shot. So what will be the result of this thing right here? How will they talk about her? Will they call her an animal who wanted to kill this cop and take him away from his father, from his sons and daughters and children? Or will they say she was a law-abiding citizen minding her own business and she was gunned down with no remorse by a rogue law enforcement? How will the chips fall? How will the chips fall? I mean, this one here, brother. I mean, I'm waiting to see it.
It's like not to be long-winded. I'm reading the comments on all the videos. These oppressors are split down the middle. It's just like when this happened with Ashley Babbitt.
Right.
White people are, it's like such a visceral division that they calling for civil war already again. straight up and down, Cap. They in the comments calling for a civil war. The Republicans saying, to hell with Minnesota. We don't need you. They say get rid of Minnesota, get rid of California. You understand? They already drawing the lines to where it's like, you know what? We ain't really all one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. To hell with you traitors, because they in the comments saying, you know, one side is saying she's a victim. You are murderers. Even in the video, they all like murderer, shame. And then you read the other comments and they like good riddance. You are the problem with this country. And so it's like the strong division. It's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we gotta take a step back out of all their affairs, because they are imploding, and it's beautiful to see it happen.
Yeah. No, you were so right. You so right. They're gonna have a hard time reconciling this one. Like it would have been much easier for Trump and Kristi Noem and all of them if this was some Latino mother or Latino man or Judite man or Benjamite man or a Hamite. The perfect storm would have been a Somalian behind that wheel. A Somalian behind that wheel mean, the other send a drone to Somaliland tonight to avenge that cup. But brother, a white woman behind that wheel, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I could find the footage where the chief of police in Minneapolis said the victim was a white woman. That's what we know. And the way he say white, he say white like he was trying to invoke the spirit of Birth of a Nation on the media. He said she was a white woman. Like they really know I want to see how they reconcile in this one. There's a breach right now running straight down the middle. A whole breach with this thing here. It's playing out so good, and like you say, the prophecy is coming to pass so well. Like, what will we wake up and find tomorrow?
That's a lot.
Come on, Cap.
Good. It's so right what you're saying. This happened in the same city that what happened with George Floyd.
And Philando Castile.
And for the water and Philando Castile. So this city right here, and I think that mayor and I think those politicians, Tim Walz looked like he lost like 100 pounds, man. Like I looked at him
since the election.
I mean, Thanksgiving. I mean, did you eat Thanksgiving dinner? I mean, the Twin City is now split.
Yep.
Right now. So when you see this type of situation happening, and it goes to show you more and more about white supremacy and what it would do. White supremacy will cannibalize itself if one hand intervenes with the oppression of our people.
Right.
Either way. And, speaking of ICE, they murdered her in cold blood. It was, for one side, one side is saying this and the other side is saying that. But what we have here is a mirror for white people.
Right.
This is a reflection point for them, I believe. So a lot of people, you want to get mad with the UPK. And I've been like, I prayed. I was so happy. You know how, remember that white man when what happened with Charlie Kirk? That white man was like, are we praying that he's not one of us?
Yeah.
It was not one of us. I'm glad the Lord answered the UPK prayer. I was like, man, I hope it's not no Latino sister or none of our people. And the Lord answered our prayers.
Listen, Cap, when I saw the neighborhood, when I saw the neighborhood, I knew, I was like, there's no way this is a nigga in there.
Exactly.
I saw the neighborhood. I saw the people protesting. There's old Asian ladies. I was like, who the fuck they went there to arrest?
Right.
This is definitely something. I damn near knew it. I would have been shocked if they came with a black person behind that wheel. We know better. We know to stop.
Right.
Yeah, right. Well, go ahead, please.
Now, what you said was so right. Like, you use her white privilege in this instance, and it cost her life. And the thing is, and I was thinking, I see a lot of people today, a lot of Edomites today, and when it happened, I didn't really know what was going on because I seen a lot of them in their phones.
Right.
I didn't really know, I'm like, man, where everybody on their phone? And then I checked the phone. I'm like, oh, and a lot of them was waiting on Trump's response. And he finally came out with his response on his situation. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's going to defend ICE, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. And then you got the left, which are extreme left now they mobilizing now. So this right here is going to make America's cities more unsafe now. Because now what you really have, and we know this from what the Bible says, blood calls for blood. You understand? That's the law of nature, brothers and sisters. And these people, they love blood. They would drink their own blood. We just talked about white supremacy and cannibalism.
Right.
Blood calls for blood. And a lot of people want to get mad at UPK every time we go to camp. Y'all living in the past. Y'all living in the past. Are we living in the past, or is the past still living?
Come on, man.
That's what I want to know, because I think we in a loop.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we in a loop with what's keep reoccurring over and over and over and over. And we waiting on our king to return to break that cycle, to put us in a new world, a new kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Because this place right here is going to hell. You know what I'm saying? And this right, I seen one video where they had the man, he got in front of the truck. They blowing the horn. He's holding on to the truck, trying to stop the ice truck from leaving. And he's sliding in the ice.
Yeah.
Like he's holding on. I mean, it's going to get, I mean, we know what it's go. You know what I'm saying? So this is why the UPK is so important. And this is why what Commander General Yohana has taught us is so important, because once again, we have been vindicated. And I think one of our Ishmaelite brothers in the comment section said something that was heavy, man. Malakma, you know what I'm saying? Talked about how the oppressor hates us so much they don't mind sacrificing one of their own. You know what I'm saying? If it means oppressing our Latino brothers and sisters, man. So I'm just, this is crazy. I'm happy that it wasn't one of our Latino sisters or one of our sisters in the nation, man, because boy, this is not over. This right here, this is not good. And the more like Officer Kazak said, the more they're speaking in the comment section, it's like World War III in the comment section already. Already. People are saying they're gonna retaliate. It's people in the comment section saying, let ICE show up to our city.
Oh, shucks.
That's what the hell you see going on. And that's why, brothers and sisters, it's time to come into the ISUPK, come into the truth. What the Bible say, come out of her, my people.
That's right.
The streets are hot right now in Minneapolis. They're icy hot. Okay? It's going there. There's no way you're going to get around this. All these things Christ said these things must come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you have the mayor of Indianapolis telling ICE, get the F out the city. He said, I was shocked. I was like, man, he said, get out the city. So you know where that's going. So like, I yield.
So yeah, Cap, you so absolutely right with what you're saying and how you're breaking it down. Like they don't reach a certain point where even their own actions to themselves is not making sense. Even their own actions to themselves is absolutely not going to make sense. So it's damn near a relief and a celebration that ICE did not get pushback or resistance from an immigrant, but a citizen. It's the poetry in the justice is so, you couldn't write it any better. It's like a classic case, a classic play. That one who you going for, and it turned out to be the one you're trying to protect.
Exactly. It's like Shakespeare.
It's Shakespearean.
That's right.
It's the one you're trying to protect, and the one who is the face of every white male motivation or revolution. Protect the white woman, they want the white woman, they over-sexualize this, that, the other. And a white woman, according to you, tried to kill you. That's according to you.
Right.
She tried to kill you with a Honda Pilot. Yeah.
Cap.
Come on.
And you know what? And like just thinking about like the masks they wear, right? That ICE go out there. They always like even when they threw the tea over the harbor, they dressed up as Gadites. They didn't dress up as like they cannot, like they have to disguise themselves. They try to conceal themselves.
Right.
When all of these things happen. But like the scriptures say, the man of sin is going to be revealed.
Right.
They never talk about when they threw the Boston tea over the harbor, how many Native American Indians were slaughtered because they dressed up as them.
Right.
They didn't even have they had so much cowardice in them, they couldn't even go as who they were. They had, let's act like we the Indians and do it. When it was really caused a lot of probably Indians to get unalived as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But now everybody can see it in 4K now. You know, it's crazy. They try to shut the history books, but the history is unfolding right before your eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you try to, like, imagine that you want to end all these things about race and all these things, and the Lord is putting us in the book real time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I yield.
So like, sir, if I could, with Captain Kahan bringing out so heavy, I remember it was a tape that General Muhammad did. I know some years back when she was down in D.C.
Right.
A white girl came up and asked about, why we don't love this country and why we don't love America. And General Muhammad broke it down so heavy in that, the problem with white people is they don't respect anybody's humanity but their own.
Right.
And when you read, if I can get Psalms, the 9th chapter, we're going to read verse 15 and 16. Everything that we bringing out right now was recorded in the scriptures. And they say bullets don't have a name. Oppression doesn't have a name. You know what I'm saying? Hatred doesn't have a name. Meaning what? Meaning when you fueled by it, it's going to be unleashed regardless. Like what ICE is doing and what they've endeavored to do, it's anybody can get it. The smoke and the fire is up. If you get close, you're gonna choke. If you're getting too close, you're gonna get burned. You understand? And it's at that point right now where, as a result of this woman being unalived by ICE, now the people who have sat by and watched it happen when it was Native Indians and when it was Hispanics and when it was Black people, they didn't have a problem with it. Yeah, they talked about it. Yeah, they might have voiced their opinion, but it wasn't real to them. Well, now it's real to them. Now it's, you can't even exercise your freedom of, you can't exercise your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights. You don't have the right to, what they call it, I think it's the Third Amendment, where you have the right to personal property. They can't just search and seize you and detain you without cause. Well, apparently they can. And if you try to drive away, that is cause for you to get a bullet. And it's cause for them to say, yeah, man, my life was threatened. And now you unalive. And so this sends a signal to now it's everybody. ICE is no longer a Black and Hispanic problem. ICE is no longer, immigration and these undesirables and these evil people that, we want to get rid of in this country. Now ICE is after everybody, and everybody feels like, and when it comes to everybody, the oppressor will not be oppressed. You understand? Meaning what? When white people get oppressed, it's the Boston Tea Party. When white people get oppressed, it's the American Revolution. When white people get oppressed, it's the French Revolution and the guillotine. It's the Russian, it's the Bolshevik Revolution, and the goddamn king and his family get brought out in the middle of the square and get hung and unalived. That's what we're about to see taking place right now. ICE is that mayor saying ICE get the hell out of the city. That's more of a warning for ICE than it is for anybody else. It's going to be open season on ICE in Minneapolis if they don't get up out of that city, because the bloodthirst of our oppressor needs to be satisfied. And once the smoke is up, once the fire is burning, it don't matter what side you want. It don't matter which talking points you pull. They have the sword, and they do not bear it in vain. You understand? If I could just get Psalms chapter 9, we could read 15 and 16. So why you could go ahead and read it through.
Listen, before you start, Trooper Shakat say, can say Satan cast out Satan. that man say get out the city. Nigga, you can't prophesy against yourself.
That's right.
That's right. He's so right, dog. Get the F out of the city. You gotta pack up and leave first. It's Minnesota. You ain't supposed to be there. Any name of the place. Go ahead, please.
The book of Psalms, chapter 9 and verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own for taking. The Lord is known by judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Gone, Salah.
You understand? Like, that's it. They set the trap and they got caught.
That's it.
They went to do something horrible and evil and inhumane, and now they're the ones who are being treated inhumanely. And it's the justice from the Lord. Salaki, I yield.
And can I
And
say one
just
thing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Captain.
no. You go ahead. I'll come in.
And I'm gonna tell you something. With these people, with the technology they got, man, they had already know who this person is, man. The agent, this ICE agent, like it's so like the stuff I done seen online, like they know where these people are now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm serious. Like it's I didn't know you can do that with technology. Like and then from what I'm hearing, like it's, people are extra angry because they said that she was denied medical attention. Somebody was out there saying that, hey, I'm a doctor, whatever, and they tried to administer some kind of aid, and they stopped them from administering aid. And from what I'm hearing, they had a lot of stuff blurred out. But man, they blew that woman head off, man.
Oh boy.
They blew that woman head off.
So
with that
Alawapanya.
Hey, Tuaraki. Yabashima Shabaka Thumb, Tuaraki.
So like, General, I was going to yield if you wanted to bring out something else, sir.
No. Keep going, please. I'll jump in later.
Yes, sir. Colonel McCunn. So, I think Kazak brought out about the MAGA martyr, the one that got unallowed at the Capitol, and then now the left they got their martyr now. I think her name Renee Nicole Good. So now Ashley Babbitt, both sides have a martyr now. This is the lay ground for a call to arms among white people.
That's it.
They're gonna and see, and it's dangerous because when you have a martyr, when you start to say that she was a martyr for this and a martyr for that, what that does, that gives people more of a call to arms in a way, a call to but they're not gonna say call to arms. They're gonna say a call for justice, a call for law and order. These are the terms that these people are using in these right wing and all these chat rooms and all these comment sections. You seeing where this is going. This is not the divided states anymore. I mean, this is not, it is the divided states. It's not the United States. Like anytime they saying we want to break off from, it want California to break off from the US, or we want to take away Minneapolis, this right here, there you go right there, Ashley Babbitt. They look at that woman there they damn near made her a saint. Yeah. If you want to have the MAGA church, she's like a saint to them. You know what I'm saying? January 6th, they don't look at history the same as everybody else. And when you start to see certain groups look at history not the same, which is what is coming to the forefront, this is what you're going to have, the fracture of this country.
Yeah.
And Trump, he's stoking it by making comments on Truth Social. Every time they show these videos, and I think they have a picture of her actually in their car, but they blanked it out. But he blew that woman head off, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like 2 or 3 shots in the head, man.
Yep. Close range.
Point blank. You know what I'm saying? Like it's brutal, man. But all these things have to happen. And hopefully, Lord allow, they start to suspend some of these operations in these cities to take the heat off our Latino brothers. But who knows? They might ramp it up. But once again, hey, y'all seen what happened with Charlie Kirk. Don't think it's not no other ones out there that do that type of stuff, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why we Commander Junior Hunter always brings out, man, it's time to come. It's time for us to come together. They on a war path. Okay. It's you can't repair the beast would not, you can't fix this system. You just can't. You got no, and white people can't fix white people. What make you think you can fix white people? She tried to intervene with ICE and got her head blown off. And you still want to go march for peace? I yield.
Yeah, if I could, what you're saying is so true. Like that was a true display of what happens when you take the chains off your dog and let it run the streets.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a people who, for the last 350 years, have not been enslaved. And now you telling them that everything that they stood for 350 years ago is now gone.
Right.
Now they are no longer able to stand on the Constitution. They're no longer able to have freedom of rights and freedom of speech. One of the so-called Jews came out this week and said we need to take away freedom of speech.
Yep.
Yeah, he said that this week. He said we need to end freedom of speech. They tired of hearing people talk. They want the slaves, aka the slaves, and all poor dark nations and poor white nations. They just want silence out of them now. They have all the power they believe they need. They just want to go on and govern the world and feed you bugs, and they don't want no more government intervention in what they're doing. In their mind, because they're sadistic pieces of garbage,
that's right.
In their mind, humanity has been given too much attention. And that humanity is just not much more different than, an animal that you have in the field. You give it some food, you let it use the bathroom, keep it halfway warm at night, and that's all that animal needs. But this is too much attention and too much respect for humanity. And the reason they hate humanity also is because deep down inside, humanity was created by the Most High. And the Most High wanted humanity to thrive, namely the 12 tribes of Israel. He told our forefather Adam, you understand, to be fruitful and multiply. That's what he wanted. But those that are in power, they tired of humans, tired of your human thought, your human mind. You're tired of you complaining about your needs, jockeying over politics. They just want you to eat and be a good slave, and that's that. Oh, you found the video where he said that?
But this is just the picture.
The headline.
It's just like the picture of him with his statements and his thing. I didn't know if you wanted the video. I could.
No, just read the statement. I can't see it from here. Can you see it?
It says Israeli tech billionaire Shlomo Kramer urges Americans to limit the First Amendment. Sparks outrage.
Yes, like here's an Israeli, a tech billionaire. And that's the thing. They're trying to bring in the billionaires like these idiots are really, intelligent leaders. Being rich doesn't make you intelligent. It's a ton of stupid people that are rich. I mean, some dumb motherfuckers, excuse my French, are wealthy as hell, either inherited it or happened upon whatever it is that made them billions. You know what I'm saying? In many cases, it's the Lord just giving this billionaire his money because this is his time. So, but they turn around and act like they should be leaders. Right. And so so that's what makes them tired of it. But the problem is humanity is pushing back and they don't like it. And white people are not like us. They don't understand that. White people are not like us. These white people have had hundreds of years of freedom. These people have had so much freedom that as big as the United States government is, they have rules on whether that government can come on your land. At least it was before now. And so that's how empowered each individual Edomite felt. They felt like those woods that they hunt that deer that's on their land is theirs. It's theirs. It's their inheritance. It's their children's. And no man, government or otherwise, has the right to infringe upon it. And they would be correct because that is exactly what the Constitution said. But now those that have gotten so rich off of you don't want the hindrance of the Constitution. The Constitution is a hindrance to wealthy people. That was the whole point of writing the Constitution against Britain. They wrote that Constitution against Britain because those were Masons, and those Masons tried to they were the ones that unionized. So they had a great sense of how people come together and empower themselves like unions against those that are wealthy and powerful. So when they wrote that Constitution from their different fraternities, they kept that in mind. And they wrote a great for mankind. Let's face it. Next to the Bible, I'm going to tell you this. Next to the Bible, the Constitution of the United States has been one of the greatest documents ever set up. Like the rules for them have been excellent. I mean, for them, we're 3/5 of a man in that Constitution. So that doesn't apply to us. But for them, it has been an amazing document. It has kept them free and able to create and grow and rob and steal and enslave and pillage and do all that they wanted to do as a human being in the earth. And they have done magnificently to the point where they raised themselves up to be the greatest empire in the world. The problem now is those same rich men want to remove that Constitution. They want to end all of that. You and rights. They want to put the gun to you and you obey.
Right.
They want to send the drone on you and you obey. That's what they want. But they running into the Edomites out that love that Constitution. That don't mind, like you brought out, that don't mind pushing back. She told the ICE agent straight up, no, rolled her window up and pulled off. And he got to opening firing because once again, they've been given so much power to be animals. Now imagine if they do that to a white woman. Imagine if when they come into our neighbors, and they come into our neighbors twice as afraid.
Yeah.
That black skin and brown skin just horrifies them. You know what I'm saying? You want to really scare them, let them roll in the neighborhood and you turn on some hip hop music. That drum beat horrifies. To them, it's like the beat of it's like a beat from the jungle.
Yeah.
It terrorizes, it terrifies them.
Like a battle cry.
It's like a battle cry. You right. They hear that, they roll in that neighborhood to come and get somebody, and they hear doom that, doom that, doom that, doom that. Brother, they calls on Jesus. They kiss the rosary. You understand all that before they even think about making a move. And so as a result, man, they just become brutal animals. You know what I'm saying? And they believe they got the right president now. He closing the borders. He putting out the Latinos. He this, he that. And they have no idea how the Lord is doing this, man. How the Lord is giving them exactly what they wanted and exactly what they need to bring them to the brink. I yield the water.
And just to add to what you're saying too, General, I don't know. I think it's it itself General Hammond brought out. Like for things to change, right? Whatever they put on us, we have to pray that it affects them.
Yeah.
To change.
Yeah.
You understand?
Well, if I could, not that. What we have to do is call on the Lord to do what he did to Pharaoh.
Come on.
To break him. To break him. One thing about these Edomites is when their lives are in danger, they automatically know how to treat you.
Yeah.
Like if you've been in the military and you've been out there in the field with them, the most arrogant white supremacists, you understand, that you've dealt with in them barracks, when you out in that bush and all of a sudden them Afghanistanians come over that hill with them AK-47s and AK-74s and they get to lighting up and them bullets get to hitting everywhere, that Edomite instantly knows how to deal with you and treat you and respect you and all that. Because now he needs you to save his life.
Right.
And when Moses came down to Pharaoh 10 times, he came to Pharaoh after a horrible plague. And Pharaoh knew when Moses called on the Lord that the plague got stayed every time. But yet 10 times he had to stop from slaughtering us and go back and rethink himself and then go to Moses and beg Moses to stop the plague. But of course, once the plague was over and he felt safe again, then of course he never honored the Most High. That's the spirit of a heathen. So what you need now is you need the Lord to step in and drop the plague on them. Whichever one he have in the arsenal, that makes them slow up. I remember when 9/11 first hit, I was working in Queens on different construction sites with Edomites. And brother, when the first time 9/11 hit, they were scared to go over any bridge. Edomites were stuck in Manhattan because they wouldn't drive over the Brooklyn Bridge. Wow. They was too scared somebody would blow up the bridge.
Wow.
And brother, the same Edomites that was the most racist to me, the same Edomites that wouldn't even shake my hand, were literally crying in front of me, expecting me to like embrace them and let them cry on my shoulder. They would stand in 3 inches away from me bawling, and I would just stand there stoic. I wouldn't be evil about it now, but I wasn't nice about it because I understood that this is what you need. You like a bad child. A bad child needs a beating to stop doing the bad thing that they're doing.
Right.
A good child makes a decision and does the right thing and is rewarded for the right thing. But a bad child is devious, is sneaky, waits till you're not watching, then plots against you.
Right.
Wake up in the morning, all the cookies have been eaten. Just as you went to bed, he ran down the stairs and broke in the cabinet and ate up all the cookies, put the case back in there, hoping you wouldn't see it, and went back to bed. Now, you know you have to get more cookies because you have to have cookies for all the other children.
Right.
But can you bring more cookies in the house without correcting this problem?
Right.
And the only way you correct this problem is if this child recognizes that eating the cookies are bad.
Right.
That's right.
2 1/4 inches of leather, 47 inches long, double folded with a jingling buckle belt. Manifest the reality
right.
in his mind that eating all the cookies, even though there's nobody watching, is the wrong, evil thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you need now is the belt.
That's right.
You need dad to bring the belt downstairs and say, who in the hell ate all these cookies?
Right.
And the fear and the trembling and the worry will make that child come to his senses.
Right.
And right now we have a bad child. And he needs a beating. And sometimes you want to beat him and whatever, but no beating is like dad's beating. Dad's beating is the roll up to hell.
Right.
From the time he comes through the door, the minute you hear his voice talking to his wife, hey, how you doing? And how's the day? Terror enriches you inside. The terror of knowing the what is coming in the near future brings you to your knees. All of a sudden, you become a stellar child in doing the acrimonious things that your mother has told you to do.
Yeah. Right.
You taking out trash. You doing homework. You are being polite to dad. Until the moment he says, boy, I heard you was doing such and such and so and ate all the cookies.
Right.
You like to disappear. And that, brother, is what is needed in this time now. Like this is what this is for. This is for the Most High to step in and now give out some beatings.
That's right.
And in them beatings, just watch when the beatings come. Watch the Edomites treat you like you are their golden child.
That's right.
Like they've loved you from time beyond. We read one time, I don't know if y'all remember I'm gonna yield after this. We read one time where the Lord, where in the history records of Egypt, they treated Moses wrong. They were racist against Moses, just like they was with Joseph.
Right.
But when they needed Moses to fight in Sudan to stop the Sudanese from overthrowing all of Egypt, they became, worshipers of his greatness.
Right.
Once he finished fighting the Sudan, they turned right back on him. It's in the It's in the Josephus. They turned right back around on him and hated him like they did before. That is what we got going on here. Salak, and I yield. Please, Doc.
If I could, can I get a scripture? So Officer Hawar, he poured a scripture. I was talking about the cannibalism of white supremacy. He poured a scripture that goes into it, man. I want to say the water to Officer Hawar in the chat, man.
Most time, Christ.
I get Isaiah chapter 49 and 26. Oh, I'm sorry, you can start at 25. And that's so heavy when you brought out about 9/11, because I remember being in school. I was in a middle school. I think middle school or high school. I think it was like one of them grades I was in, and I'll never forget in Mississippi, man. I ain't never seen white people try to act so nice after 9/11. And like in my school, they used to at that time they hung the Confederate flag on the pole along with the American flag in Mississippi.
Yes, they did.
And then after 9/11, they was like, it is almost like they was reminding us that we was American. Like, you American, right? We all
yes.
American. And like they was handing out American flags and everything. I was like, wow, like but what you saying is so true. When they need you, then they're gonna do everything they can to try to love you and act like they love you and all these different things.
Right.
After they feel like it's safe, now let's go back to oppressing you, man. So that was so heavy, gentlemen. So like
what you saying is so true. You know what black people don't understand? Black people don't understand that their love is unconditional, but they don't understand that white people's love is transactional,
right?
Not unconditional.
Come on.
Their love is based on what you can give them.
Come on.
We love them just because they the master.
Come on.
And it leaves us at an unfair disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because then you only get love from them when there's something for them to gain.
Come on.
When there's nothing for them to gain, you ain't getting no love. Meanwhile, you love them regardless of what they do. 400 years of slavery, still they receive love. They receive love for their humanity. They don't even receive love for the what did Martin Luther King say for his character? How he put it?
Not for the color of the skin, but the content of their character.
Yes, like you don't even love them for the content of. I mean, you love them regardless of the content of their character.
Right.
But they got to get something to love you. I just wanted to add that to what Kahan was saying. I didn't mean to hog it up. Salakia.
No, come, sir. Come, I'm gonna get that scripture. Salakia, sir.
Please.
I got that scripture. Isaiah chapter
49 and 26.
The water.
So Wap, you got it, or so like I'll read it, sir. I'll read it. Isaiah chapter 49. Verse 26.
Come.
It's Isaiah chapter 49, verse 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh.
See, like the Lord, that's how the Lord, that's heavy work, like Captain Mashak brought it out earlier. It's Shakespearean, it's poetic. He gonna feed them their own flesh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
This was their own people. This was a daughter of Edom.
Yeah.
One of their sisters, one of their mothers.
He's
feeding them their own flesh because they've been oppressing us. Go ahead.
Slack, I got it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Slack.
And they shall be drunken with their own blood.
You see that? That's what's getting ready to happen. Like they so bloodthirsty. They're gonna be drinking blood, and it's gonna be theirs. That's what's happening right now. Go ahead.
As with sweet wine.
And they're gonna be enjoying it like sweet wine. Go ahead.
And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
That's how you know the Lord is in this thing. He hearing the cry and our prayers up for what's going on with our Latino brothers and sisters, what ICE is doing. He's saying it. And this is right, once again, this right here, like when the Lord say he gonna feed, and it's poetic because it's almost like you in Hell's Kitchen. When you really think about it. Like you gonna, like, you know, and the Lord described it as a feast. And you know the old saying, speaking of ICE, there's an old saying that said, you know, revenge is a dish best served cold. And the Lord is going to serve that cold to them, their own flesh and their own blood.
That's
because
right.
what? He did not resist blood. Blood will pursue him. The scriptures say that. Blood calls for blood. That's the balance the Lord set in the earth.
Right.
So if you don't resist blood, then blood is going to be in high pursuit of you, no matter where you go in the earth, no matter what you do, whether your face is covered or uncovered.
Right.
Like I yield.
So like, if I could, I just wanted to piggyback off what Commander General Yohana said, you know, utilizing the metaphor of the father coming home to discipline the bad children. Like the time we in, these children have forgotten that there's a father that comes and disciplines, and they have now assumed the position of the father, and they trying to punish the other kids for doing what they've done. It's like a kid, like the metaphor you use, sir. The kid ate all the cookies in the middle of the night, got up the next day, and the cookies was all gone, and they turned to beat the other kids.
Right.
Like, y'all, the cookies gone. They know they ate the cookies, but they won't take accountability and turning to beat the other children. So like it. Captain Mashak, I posted some timestamps with a video in the comments. Stephen Miller, who is the advisor of the Trump administration right now, did an interview the other day with Jake Tapper on CNN. And he was talking about the invasion into Venezuela. And they was, you know, asking him about what happened and why did he do it. If I could, Cap, if we go to the 14-minute and 44-second mark, he glories in this illegal, against international law, unsanctioned, unregulated invasion, and he touts that we the great power on earth. Who gonna tell us what we can and can't do? Who's gonna stop us from deciding what happens in our hemisphere? And if I could, it reminds me of it's Psalms chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. And we get Psalms chapter 10, verse 5 and 6, and then play the video. Like, this is the bad child who has done evil and hasn't been punished yet, turning to the other children and saying, this is what we're going to do, and you're going to have to deal with it. And it's going to be a glorious day when the father shows up and deals with this horrible, abusive, rebellious child in the white man. Salaki.
Psalms chapter 10, verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath saith in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Salaki, Cap, if you could play the video, the 14-minute and 44-second with Stephen Miller, the remarks that he makes concerning the invasion in Venezuela and answering to the international courts and having to deal with the fallout of this action that they've taken. He shows that they are unapologetic in their evil, and he's puffing. It's like he's flexing on the rest of the world. Like, what y'all gonna do? Yeah, we went in there and we did it, and so what? And nobody's gonna tell us what to do. Nobody's gonna stop us because we are the power that's greater than all the powers. I think he might actually say it. He might say in the clip, we are the power of all the powers, and nobody can do anything with us. And then we're going to decide what happens in our backyard, and we're going to, decide what happens with the nations in our hemisphere. Salaki.
And he quoted the Trump doctrine.
Yep.
I can't wait till they roll that out. But I got a quick question for y'all. Did we finish 49-26 all the way to the end?
Yes, Kamakan, sir.
Okay, because that's a real heavy point that the Lord made, how the way to show the world to obey the Father is by doing just like you said, bringing that punishment. And he brings it out in that verse. I just wanted to say that. I yield.
You want me to read it one more time, sir? Just real quick?
No. I think everybody got it. I don't want to drag us on. Y'all go ahead.
Okay,
I got two other ones. I'll bring them to you later.
Captain Mashak, if you need me to, I think I could bring the video up myself, sir, if I could share it.
Okay, I definitely could bring the video up. I don't know. I just lost the whole camera and the mic for a second. I had to I had to reboot. My shit just went totally down. I don't know what it is, but I had a video right here.
Okay, come on.
You say you wanted that
44.
14 one?
44.
Let me know if you're hearing, all right?
Objective, Jake, is security and stability of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it has ever been. Pushing this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal frame that the United States' job is to go around the world and demanding immediate elections be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away. To create these vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm saying,
so
is the U.S. going to have new elections?
Jake, is that we're not going to let Tim Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country.
Wow.
To our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall into the hands of our adversaries. The future of Venezuela, working with America, is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive, and we'll have a conversation about everything that you raise. But the priority right now, as the president has made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful, careful transition process to secure a great future for Venezuela and to secure a great future for America. Right. Let's just take a moment and just acknowledge.
Salaki, sir. I was saying you stop it right there, but he said, Jake Tapper said you went into the country and took the president. He said, damn right we did.
Mm-hmm.
And we are not going to allow this, and we're not going to allow that. What happened to the sovereignty of nations?
That's it.
What happened to international law and respecting the rights of people to select their leaders and the self-determination and all the things that, like you said, Commander General Yohana, they touted in their constitution. When it comes to the humanity of others, the white man he has no respect for that. Those rules and those laws don't apply.
Salaki, go ahead. Stop.
No, that was it, sir.
I was just gonna say those rules was just for the masses. Those rules was for the masses to feel free and feel safe and comfortable. But the real deal was we ain't doing none of that. We taking the whole enchilada, and that's like now we seeing how they really feel. And despite what they've been saying. And here's the sad part. Our Christian preachers have been touting what they used to say. Our Christian preachers should have been telling us that this is how they really thought.
That's right.
And that's why we lost now. And that's why it's such a shocker for people that they went in there and took the president of Venezuela. They're going to gobble up the whole goddamn earth if the Lord don't decide to stop them and punish them. You understand? Like that was the point of destroying the 12 tribes, so that the entire world would be open to be pillaged. And so here they go to pillage them. Can I read two quick ones on y'all? Somebody get me Proverbs 11 and 17.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 17. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul.
Like a merciful man, he doeth good to his own soul. Why does it say that? Because when you do something merciful to somebody else will be merciful with you. Right. Somebody else will treat you right. Somebody else will respect you more. Somebody else will honor you more. A person of good understanding and wisdom will look at your mercy and say, wow, this is a merciful man. This is a special man. This is a important man. That's what a righteous person would say when they see you bestowing mercy on those that you don't have to bestow mercy on. But read the second half of the verse.
But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh.
He trouble his flesh. Why? Because he's going around being cruel. And so what's going to come back to him? Cruelty from the people who he's been cruel to. Like you was bringing out, Sakji. Like he put a smoke screen up, gaslighted us all with it, but really he was a cruel man the entire time.
That's right.
And in his cruelty now, he's bringing harm to his own flesh. He don't see the harm to his flesh yet, but he's going to see the harm that comes to trouble his own flesh. He's going to see it over time, like you said. Okay, one more if I could. In the Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes 4 and 5, and I'm out the way.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 5. Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee.
Wait a minute, Ecclesiastes, where you at? What verse you at?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 5, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ecclesiastes 4 and 5. I'm sorry.
Kawakan, sir.
That's not the Apocrypha.
Kawakan. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 5. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh.
That folding of the hands is like when you fold your hands. No, I'm not going to be merciful. No, I'm not going to give nobody. Yes, I got it all. Yes, I'm in power. Yes, I'm the great one. And the Lord said, you eat your own flesh. Now you setting the world up to destroy you. You setting the Lord up to come in and wipe you out. You know what I'm saying? I pray y'all let me get one more. Please give me Isaiah 9 and 20.
Kawakan, sir.
One last one, fam. Isaiah 9 and 20. Like you don't know what you bringing on yourself, just like Pharaoh didn't know. Every time he defied what was right and good, then the Lord turned on him and gave him a worse plague. These Edomites know they owe us a whole nation after all these years. We built them the greatest empire in the world. Even if the ignorant poor man on the ground don't know, certainly those in power know and have all the records of every invention that they stole, every city that they burned, every child that they wiped out. And that goes for the Latino tribes as well, with all that was done in this country. But he gonna bring harm to himself. Read that for me, and I'm gonna yield, Akim.
Kawakan, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry.
He gonna snatch on the right hand. He gonna go snatch something. And he gonna be hungry. Go ahead.
And he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied.
He gonna go another place thinking he gonna eat over there. But when he go to eat over there, he's not gonna be satisfied. Read on.
They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm.
They're gonna eat the flesh of their own arm, meaning they're gonna eat up their own self with the power that they had to fight.
That's right.
The power they had to defend themselves, the power they had that they were so puffed up in, they're gonna eat themselves with it. And that's why, damn right. And that's why this white woman, you understand, got blasted in her face. Like that's gonna be a rippling effect right there. She look Latino a little bit. You sure she's an Edomite?
They said she was Esau, sir.
Okay. Well, I don't know what they gonna do. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they done, you know what I mean? What's the name of that little tap dancing girl, redhead girl?
Shirley Temple, sir.
They done shot Shirley Temple in the goddamn face.
Salaki, they shot Shirley Temple in the temple, sir. Salaki.
Good night. Damn. You right. Yikes. I hear.
If I may.
Please, y'all, jump in.
Kawakan, and what you bringing out in the scriptures is heavy, and why the Bible is chief above everything else, because there was a French philosopher. He came up with this phrase, General, called "the revolution eats its own children." And those scriptures that you just brought out, sir, is describing exactly what takes place every time Esau has an empire. It happened with the Roman Empire. It happened with the French Revolution. It happened with the Russians. It's happening now in America. It happening in America exists because of what happened with UK in the break off and them turning on each other.
Right.
The scriptures you brought out, General, just prove that the Bible is a living book. It's the past, the present, and the future, as Cam Kahan has said before. It's always relevant, and it describing what's happening right now with these oppressors and how they are going to devour, and you devouring yourself. Yeah, that's right here. Yeah, Jacques Mallet Dupin.
John, they cutting off the jobs, running them the workers out the country, starving everybody, raising the money on like they eating themselves up. They think they punishing somebody. This is your labor. You shutting your own labor down. That's why the farmers went crazy. Because they realized they was eating their own damn flesh. They hated it. They hated Mexicans so much they buried their own business and then said, "Oh my God, wait a minute, it's crazy."
Right.
Yes, sir. And General, if I could add to what you're saying,
right?
For those of those of you out there who don't believe in the Bible, there's history. And the history shows you how important Black people was to them. And as you were saying too, sir, where you were saying love to them is transaction.
Yes.
If I could read this here, so this one book called The Second, right?
Right.
On page 17, they say Act of 1740 had as its fundamental principles that Negroes were absolutely slaves, including those not even born yet. They were property. They were instinctively criminals, just as what Miller's saying, and therefore they must be kept in due subjection and obedience. Right?
Dang.
Now, skip forward a page. Now, this is around the time when England was coming to get back America. So Black people were still in slavery. So then the Congress now says they combine the stark realities of not having enough white troops, unreliable state militias, and armed slaves emboldened by the promise of freedom, compelled Congress to strongly reconsider the whites-only criteria for the Continental Army.
Wow.
Nonetheless, the colonies' new recruitment policies slammed into the palpable angst voiced by George Washington himself that if the enslaved or free Blacks were armed, it would only further irritate those remaining in servitude. But time had run out of deliberating any further. With the British closing in and a Continental Army stretched to its very limits, it was do or die. At that moment, most white Americans made a decision to live. They needed Black men to take up arms against the British if the United States was ever going to become more than a failed revolt against the king.
Damn. See that? That was heavy. Damn right. Like, damn, that's heavy. Like when they back was against that. Go ahead, Doc. I didn't mean to jump in.
No, sir. I want to jump. Get this off of what you were saying with the love being transactional. And you could clearly see it. Why they don't want us like narrating our history, what our men did, what our women did, because we will see that the only reason why you had America or you have America is because of Black men.
Oh, that's heavy. They was willing to let us be free just so that they could come up against that British and win, because they knew they could not win without us.
That's right, sir.
Right.
So they know they had to offer us a deal to get up in there. And Lincoln did the same thing when he went and freed the slaves. That was round two, would show you once again we did everything for them. And every time we did something for them, they turned their back on us the minute it was done. They double crossed us every chance they could get. But every chance that they needed us, they surely came coming. Like ICE is doing what they doing now. Let a war break out somewhere where they need troops desperately. Let that happen. Before you know it, all them black soldiers' faces is going back up on the goddamn website.
That's right.
All the black faces you heard about that they pulled down off the website, all them faces going back up on the website.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because like any brat, this brat thinks he can go at it on his own until he's faced with somebody who he can't go on it on his own. Then he gonna come. He don't have no problem humbling himself and submitting himself to get help. He got no problem groveling on the ground because he know he gonna double cross you later.
That's right.
So he don't mind begging and beseeching and groveling. And that's exactly what he would do if left with the same situation, man.
That's right.
And that situation don't have to come in the wake of an army. That thing can come with another COVID attack. That thing can come with anything that the Lord decides to use, and watch him change his whole mindset. His whole brain will change on it. Salaki, I yield.
Salaki, Kahan, just to add to what General was saying, I'll be quick with it. General, what you're saying is so heavy because these same men that went and helped America,
fight
off the British, these same men that after the war, they took the guns from them. That's why the book is called the second. They took the guns from them and sent them in the swamps in Florida to try and run down the Indians and them. Seminole Indians. You know what I mean? Just to show you, once America finished using you,
that's it.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
So Lockie, if I could, and now, Captain, that's heavy you brought that out because I remember reading some. I didn't even know black people were in the Continental Army. And then, and a lot of them, believe it or not, a lot of them gravestones that those black armies, like going back to the 1700s, a lot of them devils, they damaged a lot of their tombstones. With those black soldiers that fought in those wars. They won't even have a record of where's the enlistment of they try to cover it up.
They hated us after that.
They hated like after we didn't fought and then they done that, it let you know. And it's so heavy because I was checking out something with Napoleon. I found out Napoleon had black generals in his army. I believe some of them, but like one famous one that he abandoned, you know what I'm saying? He got put in prison, and it was I think what's the book? The Count of Monte Cristo is somebody, I think that his daughter or his son wrote that book to pay an ode to his father for what he did. You know, it's like a revenge novel.
Right.
He fought in Napoleon's army.
Yep.
So like it's so heavy what the Bible talks about that Jacob is the former of all things.
Yep.
Everything that was ever great, every empire or every millennium, when you talk about a civilization, we were the forerunners of it.
Yes. If I could, Khan, I wanted to just add to you. World War II. We fought like hell and shut down Hitler, came back here and got lynched, burned to death, uniform ripped off us, all of that. Like that's Esau.
Right.
The problem with us is we don't make a transaction with him. We should have had a deal with him. Look, we're going to go fight for you, but if we go fight for you, what do we get? What area you going to give us that we going to own? You gave the Indians their land. What area you going to give us? And you only gave the Indians their land because you had no choice. So what about us? But we love unconditionally to them. Salaki on that, Khan. I yield.
And then like I recently the monks, the monks have been walking for peace. And they walked through Atlanta. Shout out to ISUPK Atlanta, went out there and did some interviews. But it dawned on me like how people's like, man, you know what, they walking for peace. And well, not only did they we walk for peace, we march for peace. We sat for peace. We stood for peace. We even laid our bodies on the ground for peace. We did all these things. Every physical attribute you can do for peace, we did. But they looking at this like it's something great. We've been. That's your story. You know what I'm saying? You try marching through, for peace through some of these sundown towns in the South and see if they let you make it through there. You understand? Because it's a problem if you know what I'm saying, they want you to march for peace like it's something great. Hey man, we been did this. They never tell you who inspired them. The monks wouldn't march walking for peace in the 60s. Like we were doing that. And I mean, I know they doing they thing or whatnot, but hey man, like we gotta stop giving our glory to another nation, man.
Yeah.
You understand? We gotta stop giving our glory to another nation. We done all these things, and we even died for peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we haven't received it. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I just wanted to bring that out, man. The brothers did some good interviews down in Atlanta talking to black people about peace and what peace means and so forth. So if y'all out there, just check out ISUPK Atlanta on that channel, man, and check that out. They did some bomb interviews on that walk for peace. So like
and so like I said, just to add to what you were saying too about them. The last part of my read here, sir. They say as the war ended, it was in this mythological landscape that only whites fought for liberty. It was only whites who stood toe to toe with tyranny of the monarch.
Right.
It was only whites who defeated the British, and therefore it was whites who were now ready to build a nation committed to deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
It's wild.
Like that is crazy.
That's wild.
Like they literally won the war and acted like we did nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that. Boop. Which is why everything you got to have a contract with him. Well, the minute you walk back out that door, the minute he got what he want, he don't remember nothing you said.
That's right.
He don't remember nothing you discussed before. That's how he operates.
So like,
and those monks, anybody this is how you know them monks are a bunch of idiots in them stupid ass robes they got on. Because anybody with half a brain should know that the worst thing you could ever do is march like Martin Luther King. Like you march like Martin Luther King, you're going to end up like we are.
Right.
Like, why the hell you going to go do the same dumb shit he did that ended us up in this state? The minute I see somebody saying they're going to march to have a peaceful march, I say to myself, well, goddamn. You understand? 65 years later, you dumbasses is going to do the same thing that dumbass did that got us in the situation we're in right now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to do the same dumbass thing.
And so like
you're going to do a Martin Luther King march for peace, which was done 65 years ago and failed. Didn't give us a peaceful day. We can't come out of our house and get in the car without looking in the rearview mirror to see if the cop's behind us.
Right.
Why the hell would you go do the same thing? You damn near let the predator know you're here to be robbed.
Right.
You like a stick-up kid's best victim. He see you coming, he see nothing but sucker written all over your face.
Right.
Because he know what that march means.
That's right.
I yield, Salakia.
Salaki, if I could, real quick, what you're saying is so heavy because when you said Esau, he gonna forget, he gonna make a deal with you and forget everything y'all talked about during the deal, just like his forefather.
Yeah.
Just like Esau did when he sold that birthright to our forefather Jacob.
Yes.
And then as soon as the time, to pay the piper, he act like he crying to father. What was left for me? What about me? That's why it's so beautiful. The New Testament said, even though he sought it carefully with tears, he ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
It's over for him.
Damn right.
People gotta separate. That's all we got.
That's a super good point. And then Get me right, y'all. And then he went to kill Jacob.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? So he made the deal and humble and grovel while he needed that porridge. But Jacob was smart and showed us the blueprint. You pulled a heavy point out. Like Jacob showed us the blueprint. When he's down and he come to you for help, you better make a deal.
That's right, dude.
And make that deal before the Lord so the Lord will honor that damn deal.
That's
right.
Posh, you brought out a heavy point right there. That's education for us.
Yes, sir.
Every time we went to war with him and went to war for him or helped him out while he was down, it should have been a deal in place. The Lord would have honored the deal.
That's right.
Because when he went to his father Isaac, Isaac said, I have nothing else. I gave him the blessing.
That's right.
He said, I got nothing else for you. And then gave, I think he told him you're gonna live by the sword or whatever, but basically told him the birthright is gone, player.
Yeah.
You gave it up with that red porridge, baby. You done. Oh man.
Yep.
Like, boy, you gotta use it. Like Jacob was a tiller of the ground. He's Yaiqua. He watched Esau run up in that woods every week while he's sitting up there cooking him some porridge. He said, one day this motherfucker gonna come back starved, and I'm gonna have his ass there. That devil come crawling out that goddamn woods out. He laying in the cut. Probably had the smoke up high. Joint probably smelling good. Esau ain't even wait till he cooked the damn thing. Said, man, give me that damn porridge, man. Jacob said, man, give me that birthright. I give you this. Well, he said, well, what does it, like any Edomite? To him, it don't. What does it matter if I'm gonna die right now? What he don't believe in having faith and believing in the Lord. He believed in him hunting you down like he did in them woods, like he did in Venezuela. Like they all confident because him hunting you down makes him feel confident.
Right.
You understand? He don't think about what's going to happen later. He want to eat that porridge right now.
That's right.
That is a super heavy point you brought out, Kapasalakia, y'all. I get it.
And if I could add a little more, jumping on that more, he's moving the same way now with Venezuela. I've been listening to the experts. When I say experts, these are oppressors who worked in the government, and they all making YouTube videos of all the government moves now. And what a lot of them are saying, the consensus is that to put boots on the ground in Venezuela would be a problem because there's mountains, there's forests, there's already guerrilla soldiers all around that whole area who've already been fighting the government. So if you get the whole Venezuelan army out like that in the forest, it's they can basically, it's a quagmire.
Yeah.
Your forces ain't going to be getting hit from all sides, and you're not going to know from where. So they're all saying that, okay, from Donald Trump's moves, that this move is probably going to try to be a one hit move, like he did in Nigeria, like he did in Iran. Just hit him one good time, try to, hey, we did it, we won already, just like that, yeah, and then run out of it. Which is the same short-sightedness that Esau had. Trump says, okay, we go in there, boom, we get the president, let's try to get all the oil, but not having a real plan, just like how they did in Afghanistan and Iraq, where they had the soldiers there for 20 years with no mission.
Right.
Just ride around and show that we here, and wait till you get blown up here and there. Like they had no mission over there.
And what I want to know is what happens if Russia decides they want to give them another Ukraine? What if they say they want to give America a Ukraine like America gave them? This could spill into a madhouse.
Yes, sir.
Salakia, sir. Oh, go ahead, Cap.
No, go ahead, Cap. I'll go ahead.
If I could just bring out real quick, in that same scripture with Isaac and Esau and that blessing, Isaac blessed him with the sword. Esau lives by the sword, which is why, like you said, sir, that relationship with us is transactional. That's the time they need us, is for the warfare, for bloodshed.
Yep.
The deal we make with them, just like with Jacob and Esau, is for the kingdom, and they're deathly afraid of losing the kingdom.
Yeah,
they can't have a kingdom without us. They need us to fight. They need us to support them. They need us to be on the front line and shed our blood. But once all the dust settles and the smoke clears, they know that the threat now is that we're going to take the kingdom. It's going to belong to us, right? And that's what they do. So right now, the time that they're in and everything they're doing, they have no other nature but to live by the sword. It's like in Jeremiah 47, I believe, where it says, thy terribleness deceives thee. Oh, thou that dwells in the clefts of the rocks. Like they thought we're gonna go down there and blow up. We can go down there and get Maduro. We'll drop a bomb in Nigeria. We're gonna go and take Greenland. Like in their mind, because of them having the power of the sword, everybody's supposed to be afraid. But when everybody is not afraid and they gotta actually go full tilt, they're gonna go full tilt. You know what I'm saying? That same video cap, I don't know if you want to play the clip, but in the 12-minute and 35 mark, the cat Stephen Miller says, we are a superpower and we're going to conduct ourselves like a superpower. We're not going to let our enemies be in our backyard and let another nation close to us sell resources to our enemies and get guns from our enemies. We're going to take that nation and make it a part of our own. And the pride that these devils have is that, and it's amazing to see how blatantly they're saying it. They say, we have quarantined Venezuela. We got ships there. We're not going to let them sell no oil. They're not going to have an economy. They will starve to death if they don't accept the deal that we've put on the table.
Yeah, he said, yes, we run in Venezuela. He said Venezuela can't sell no oil unless they get permission. He said, so yes. He said he was checking Jake Tapper. Like, yes, Jake. Yes, we run in the country. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we stepped in and took over. Like, they don't want to apologize no more for stepping out and moving on the empire like they did.
Right.
They don't want to have to follow those rules no more. And here's what's amazing though about it. What's amazing though about it is that it is a complete hypocrisy.
Absolutely.
Because what they doing down there is exactly what they did in Ukraine. The only difference is the Ukrainian president got away. Remember, they went and stormed the Capitol and all that. They was about to take him. You understand the way they trying to get the Iranians to rise up. They did that back in 2014.
Yeah.
And the only difference is he ran up out of there and told Russia and cried to Russia that they went and overthrew my authority.
Right.
And then they've been fighting. They put in this so-called Jew, this Zelensky cat, and they've been fighting Russia ever since.
Yeah.
It's 2025. They've been warring with them since 2014.
Right.
You understand? So they've been a decade plus going to war with them, and yet now the Russians can possibly do it to them down there.
Right.
And they act like don't better nobody come down here and do this. Even if we do it over there in Russia and Ukraine. None of y'all better come down here and pull that with us. That is arrogance and naivety to the world that you live in. Man does not control everything in the world.
Right.
Dummy. You know what I mean? Like you dumb as hell if you sit up there and think you can decide everything in the world and that you won't cross the Most High. And that you won't cross what it is he laid down in the earth. It's ridiculous.
Right.
I yield, Salakia. I just had to jump in with that one on you out the water.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cap. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to the shooting in Minnesota. I just wanted to play a video here before we move to Venezuela. Totally. You know, it really is. It does entail Venezuela as well. But the whole thing with ICE, like what Stephen Miller said, how they sending their rapists over here, they're sending criminals, they're selling their drug dealers. Well, Officer Fab One, big up Fab One in California, he put this video out, and it speaks volumes to the white man's hypocrisy. It speaks a ton of volumes to it. Just if I could allow just a minute to play the video, and then I'm gonna bring out the point.
Can't hear, sir.
Oh, it's not playing?
It's playing, man. No volume.
Okay, hold on. Let me reshare it. All right, let me know. Let me know now.
I've had them.
You can
Good to
hear
go.
it?
Good to go.
I've had older white men come up to me and say, "Oh man, if this was 40 years ago, I can just do whatever I wanted to you." We're treated like animals.
We have more rapes on Navajo Nation than cities like Detroit or San Diego. How is that possible? That's possible because we have a systemic failure in how we report crimes, how people feel protected, how sexual violence has been normalized, and how sexual violence was used in the past to displace us from the land. Me hearing young girls saying, not if it's gonna happen when we do our prevention work, but what do I do when it happens?
Statistically speaking, 4 out of 5 Native American women are assaulted. And as a man, that bothers me. And it should absolutely bother you.
So like the white man, he have some nerve to say that, you know, the Latinos are rapists and they're just a bunch of rapists when nobody has raped more on the earth than you.
Right,
Like
that's right.
you have here proof. They said 4 out of 5 Native Indian women or First People women. That's 80%. 4/5 is 80%. You raping 80% of a population of people, and you have the nerve to call somebody else rapist? Have the nerve to try to seek justice over somebody else on the charge of rape when you do it all the time? You such a rapist, you're old and geriatric and decrepit, and still have to verbally articulate the rape you want to do to somebody when you're in your age with it. Like, you are a hypocrite. This is the other one. This is the other one. This here is who is this? This is Reagan or Bush holding a bag of crack cocaine as he poses for photographers in the Oval Office. Now, this is right after the Iran-Contra scandal, down the road from it. And who else has sold more drugs than the white man? Who else has sold more drugs? That whole Iran-Contra scandal with Oliver North and Poindexter and all of them destroyed our communities. So you sent drug dealers to Black and Latino communities and destroyed it. You've raped Black and Latino communities. If Maduro should be kidnapped or extradited or extracted from his house because he sent rapists to your house, what should happen to you?
Right.
What should happen to you, white man? What is your future? Because you've surely done it to us over generations, over decades, over centuries, for fun, for political gain, for economic power. You've done it to us just because you thought you had the right to. And now you turn around to try to make us seem like we're the biggest criminals in the earth. When Christ returns, you would have earned the slavery and the punishment you would have gotten. When Christ returns, that slavery you're going to get, you would have earned it. Because as the Bible says, as ye judge, so ye shall be judged. So now, if it is that you could go into a man's house and remove him and his wife for sending narco-terrorists and rapists to destroy your community, when you get removed, when the plague visits the house of the thief, it's because you've done it to us. As you judge, so ye shall be judged. That's what I wanted to bring out too, sir. Salah.
That's right.
Damn right.
Like, if I may too, General, just to piggyback off of what Captain Mashak said too, sir, is it safe to say in the scriptures where it says Christ shall wear many crowns, is that saying that Christ is going to take the authority from all the leaders of the empires of this earth, sir, when he returns?
That's correct. What you see Esau trying to do right now is exactly what Christ is going to do. Like, you can't do what Christ is going to do. That's what they don't understand. You understand? Like, Christ is going to take every single kingdom.
Right.
Like, that's why he said the disciples will have crowns. Like this is a world dominating control government that Christ is setting up. is a government fit to run the entire planet. And so he gonna have many crowns, and he gonna give out many crowns in that power. Salakia.
Come on. So just
You
to
saying dead right.
Oh, Slacker, John. I just the water for the breakdown too. Just to piggyback what Captain Mashak said, Esau really believes in his mind that he is just to conduct himself the way he's conducting himself. And again, like Captain Mashak just pointed out with Officer Thabawan's excellent video. Okay, you pointing out, what everybody else is doing, and really you're lying and projecting who you are on everybody else.
Right.
When you first and foremost, if you really want to police the world justly, you are the first that needs to be policed.
That's right.
Like, you have to be brought down from power from somebody that's more righteous than you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the Lord General for the truth, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah,
Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. You ain't lying.
Sir, because me in the world, in my simplicity, I was like, somebody gotta make these devils pay. In the world, my simplicity, like seeing all this, I seen it before, and I didn't have this. I couldn't understand how are these people able to be the world police when they should be policed. And a lot of you brothers, because you don't know about the truth and you think simple thoughts like I thought, I want to give you the solution. Come into the UPK. There is an answer. There's an answer for this. You come in here and change your life. Get off the white man's drugs. Stop sleeping with the white man's woman. Stop serving his God. Stop being a part of his culture. Reject his way of life and serve your God, the God of the Bible, the nigga God, and serve your King Christ. And Christ is going to answer the thing that most brothers can recognize. You devils are not just to do this. You're not just to conduct yourselves the way you are. Christ is, and he's going to do it. And I thank the Lord for Christ.
Damn right, bro. Damn right. Give it up. That's worthy. That's worthy right there.
Go ahead, Caps. I go ahead.
You got it. I'll come in after.
Okay, come. I was just talk about. I remember when the whole thing happened with Venezuela, right? When I saw in the news, it was I think it was Lindsey Graham, and it was another MAGA person, right? They was on TV. They're like a senator or whatnot, and they were trying to lie and say, like Trump, he wouldn't even let them lie. Like it's like, okay, yeah, we want to do this for the Venezuelan people, but then it said, then Trump was like, okay, we're gonna run the country. Like it was like, okay, are you gonna do this for the people or are you doing it for yourself? And
right.
It was like Trump, he was so bold when he said we're gonna run the country. Like he said it on TV and everybody was like, are you serious? He said we going to run the country. So it was never about liberation, it was about liquidation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This oil is a colonial asset now. We are in the Napoleonic Caesarian era.
Yeah.
Like it's going, whoever the strongest can take. That's where they want to go. But it gives the lay ground on an international scale for China to invade Taiwan. Like that's what he don't understand how he moving these. It's like a domino effect. If he can go in and take this, if this is your hemisphere, then guess what? Another country can say, this is my territory. This is my land as well. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, he stoked it more, talking about going into Greenland, aka greener pastures, how Stephen Miller's talking about it. They want to go in and take that.
And had the nerve after all these years to say, how can who the hell is Denmark to say that they can't take it?
Right. Like he said that on national television.
Yes.
This what they want people. They're so stupid. They don't understand. Like you're not just an average citizen. You are a person in high office, and your words have ramifications throughout other countries. So now you have ambassadors saying, if they do invade Greenland, that's going to be the end of NATO. And if that's the end of NATO, you better believe the third world coming quickly. They do that. it's going like everybody's going to snatch up what they can and make alliances outside of what would usually be. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, man, like it's a power shift that's happening. And Trump, he's on a tirade, man. And the more he say these things, the more these countries are now. I mean, I think it's already happening. I think he created an arms race. Ukraine.
Once again, he eating his own flesh, like you said, because them European countries are gonna be pissed the hell off with him.
Right.
Now they looking back and seeing the situation, and guess what? If something bad go down, they might decide to not go too. Like George Bush Jr. was smart enough to say we're gonna have a coalition of the willing, and got them all together to go in Iraq.
Right.
But it go down this time. I don't know if everybody going in there with him.
Yeah.
The lock out yield. Sorry about that.
If I could, sir. But these European nations don't have a short memory. If you listen to what Stephen Miller is saying in that Jake Tapper interview and what Marco Rubio is saying, it sounds like they in 1938 Germany and they belong to a socialist party that's trying to gain power in Germany.
Yep.
Like the way they're speaking, they're not talking about sovereignty and protecting their own interests. They're talking about colonization. They're talking about expanding their territory. They're talking about conquering. And what Europe knows is it ain't going to stop at Greenland. Right now, after they went to Venezuela, already, these are the nations that I've heard come out of their mouths. Mexico, Cuba, the Panama Canal, Greenland, and guess what? Stephen Miller said the entire Western Hemisphere. And Cuba. Stephen Miller said the entire Western Hemisphere, which means what? Canada. He said he wanted Canada to be the 51st state. That also means they mentioned Mexico. And guess what? That means Brazil as well. They took Venezuela. You think Brazil ain't next? These nations know what's going on. They see the writing that's on the wall. And that's why NATO came out with the message that, all right, y'all want to play this game? No sweat. Think you're going to do something with Greenland, and NATO was off the table. But these devils are talking like they have already decided in their mind that they're coming for the entire planet.
Yeah.
That move in Venezuela was a move against China and Russia in a major way. And it's a move that says to China and Russia, now the ball's in your court. What you going to do? They're touting their military strength, and Stephen Miller says in the interview, he said, we live in a world that is built on that is run by strength and force and power. That's it. He said, I understand the niceties of nations and y'all want us to act like we friends with everybody, but no, the reality is whoever has the strength, the force, and the power, that's who runs this earth.
That's right.
In that, he's signaling to all the other nations, we willing to take it as far as y'all want to go. Now, who wants some smoke?
That's right. Like that. Like they taking the gloves off. They've done with the niceties.
It's done.
They letting you know what it is. We in power, so you submit.
Kind of one concept.
Which is beautiful, if I could, which is a beautiful thing, because it's going to make everybody have to call on the Lord. Like now that they declared, look, we got the most power, so we gonna do what we want. Now, if what they want is something negative towards you, you going to have to call on the Lord. Because they ain't nobody opposing them, and they punked the shit out of Russia, like you said. They made Russia look like a bitch-made chump right now. Russia got to go get their face back. Russia went and fought them on an oil tank, I heard today. Just to not have to give up that oil. Because they got so lustful that Russian oil tankers with Russian flags, U.S. ready to seize that like it ain't nothing. The same way those Edomites blasted Shirley Temple in the face in Minnesota is the same spirit and demon that is on them out there in that ocean off of Venezuela. And they are going the same way. And it's going to lead the poor and the suffering to call on the Lord, and it's going to bring the Lord to bring them into the third world's war. What you saying is heavy, Soccer War. That is exactly what's going on. That Stephen Miller boy, he don't bite his tongue either.
At all.
He say exactly what it is, and the vision. That's why the scripture said they shall go about to establish the vision. And the vision is them back in power in the empire, molesting boys. They ready to be the full Romans again.
Yeah.
They ready to open up Epstein Island, get to all their nastiness, enjoy their riches, and fuck all that moral shit y'all talking.
Yep.
That's what they want. Man, but this is the time of the end. That shit is played out. And the Lord is coming now. Salaki, how are you?
Salaki, General, if I could.
Yeah.
They saying that Governor Walsh, he preparing the National Guard to come in there to protect the communities against Trump's ICE against. So he's now they saying he want to use the National Guard to protect the communities against ICE.
Now, is this the governor of Minnesota? Now, wasn't he the one that was vice president that ran with Kamala Harris? Listen, that big fag should have been on his game. I don't know why more governors ain't said to themselves, I better call up all the state troopers, like they supposed to go do what Trump did. I don't know if I could say that legally on the air, but they supposed to go, Trump just recruited every white supremacist running the street. They better go open up them goddamn coffers in them state places and get them a goddamn army. Because otherwise, like you said, you're going to have to deal with Trump going to overrun your country, be blasting Shirley Temple in the goddamn face. He don't give a damn. And your citizens going to be coming to you. It's going to be a goddamn mess. House divided cannot stand. Salaki, I yield. I hope I ain't say nothing illegal. If I did, I didn't mean to.
All you doing is just stating the facts, sir.
God, that's all.
So everybody know.
Yeah, man.
And you know what's so heavy, General, about this? That he's calling the National Guard. And what happens? And remember, there was one former, I think, Marine or service member, along with some other senators, that said, "Do not obey unlawful orders." And they're trying to strip him of his pension and so forth from the military. But this right here, it seems like, General, is the forerunner for what they call militias. Now,
yeah. I'm gonna tell you who should have jumped on it. That governor of Chicago, that Latino governor of Chicago,
right?
He could have become the president of Latinos in America. If he'd have stepped all the way out there, and the Jake Mayer of Chicago was backing his play. Between the two of them, they could have sat down and really worked the thing out. You understand? And stepped on in, and you know what I'm saying? Like, but I understand it's our job. You know what I mean? The Lord, the prophets, we got to be the voice. You know what I'm saying? But they was definitely in a position to really slow this bullshit down. So I didn't mean to cut you off, Con. My apologies.
What you're saying is so right. Being if they are elected officials, they're supposed to be in the firewall from this happening.
Yep.
And they putting communities at risk. I saw some data on just like the schools, as far as the school year with our Latino brothers and sisters. A lot of them that miss school, and it's affecting the education system. The economy is just, and then not only that, healthcare as well, because a lot of them are afraid to go to the doctor now. So you didn't put these people in isolation and in the shadows. They are scared. They are scared to call the police if it's an emergency or anything. So now this is what you can't. If someone scared to even speak Spanish in the community
in public,
they're so terrorized. So you have really put all these cities in danger. So, like what you said, is so right, General. There should have been some kind of firewall in place to protect the citizens. Now they have. Governor Walsh is saying this. So who knows if other cities going to follow whatever laws they have to be able to do this? But now it's going to be a split now, General, like you said, because now you got the National Guard defending against other federal agents.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna like y'all brought out earlier. They're gonna eat that flesh. I'll tell you what, Israel. I tell you what I pray. What I pray, and what would be so honorable with the 12 tribes is that if we had the ability to set up an app that would allow them to say, you know, I want to buy this or buy that at that supermarket and have a free app to pick it up and drop it all off at their houses so they didn't have to come out. You know what I mean? Or even a charitable app where you just put on the app what you need and, you know, the van come through and drop a bag off for you. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that, because it's done got to the point where you can't even move out to get what you need. So it's damn near like it's got to be brought to you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that is going to lead to, you know, I mean, you know, it could lead to all kind of crazy stuff, safe houses, underground railroad, all kind of stuff, you know. So don't do that, you know. Let's not do that. You know, educational purposes only.
Right. That's right. And if I could jump in there real quick, what all of you are saying is so heavy, especially what you were saying, Commander Johanna, about joining together, the brothers, because a lot of people look at the oppressor and they don't understand how he got to where he's at. They don't understand how he got so powerful. But this is one thing that people don't realize. When you look at the European countries, you're talking France, Germany, Italy, Great Britain, all of these countries, right? We see them and they're touted as they separate countries. But to be honest, they're all one race. Because if one of them were to go seriously down, the other ones would jump in and save them. That's all one race. You looking at it like it's that's France. That's different than Germany. That's different than Poland. No, that's all the white race. That's all one race of people, and they're all joined together. The only way that because the scriptures say people think China is going to be the next superpower, but it's really going to be Israel, and the way it's going to be is by all the 12 tribes coming together. You think that's Brazil and that's Colombia and that's Haiti and that's blacks, that's Native Indians. Wait till the day when we see it that we're all one race. Wow, that's a super country right there. That's a European Union right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's more powerful. That's Mexico. That's Puerto Rico, all combined.
You going nuclear, bro? Go ahead, Salakia.
God. Any other families of the nations could do that. If all the Hamites said, look, we're all Hamites, all of Africa, Ethiopia to Nigeria, they would become a superpower. If all the Asians, all of the Philippines and Cambodia and China came together and said, look, we just Asians, let's run everything as Asians, and we see each other as allies, everybody else as outsiders, the Asians would take over. So that's how we going to do that's how we would make it. For people who don't know, they hear us talk and think we crazy. We crazy until you see a black and a Mexican and a Cuban and a Haitian and a Mexican and all these tribes like come together as one. And you see a group, you see one group and you be like, what the hell is that group? That's some multinational conglomerate. That's the most powerful group I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll get crazy.
That's right. If I could too, still, if I could get Ezekiel 34:5, like what bringing out about the dividing up the place, and then what Captain Kapash was just talking about how, you know, the heathens, they join together. Like at this stage, it could be a whole like a perfect storm going on where he's doing this for Epstein. The whole Venezuela hit is also to counteract BRICS, because BRICS is, you know, still trucking forward. And if they get that switched from the petrodollar, America will fall overnight, literally. Everything would just crash.
You're right.
Just like when they took Venezuela, they said the Dow went up. The NASDAQ, all of that went all the way up just on the thought of they're gonna have oil. They say Monday morning, opening bell, it was a surge. I think I forget how much percent, but it was a huge surge. So this whole thing with them, he damn near had to go in there. So it could be like a whole perfect storm. And for sure, everybody is shocked that Russia ain't make a move, China ain't make a move. When before, If Trump says something, Russia would send fighter jets.
Mm-hmm.
If they move a ship in, Russia would send missiles. China would send something. They ain't send nothing. It's about 72, 100 and something hours later. It could very well be that they done devoured the prey, like the Bible said. If I'm
Kawakan. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they were scattered because there is no shepherd.
Because there is no shepherd. There is no shepherd. Like the tribe of Asher, all the 12 tribes, we scattered behind the Christianity, the Islam, everything else, the politics. But we ain't coming together as one nation like the European Union or the United States of America or the free trade FTAA, the whole free trade agreement of the Americas. We ain't coming together like that part.
Right.
All the way. We just so scattered. Even to the point where they try to come together in the Caribbean there with CARICOM, the Caribbean community. Trump them getting ready to dismantle that shit. They ain't having Keep going.
Kawakan. And they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered.
And that's is more than likely what could have definitely happened with Maduro. Because all the way he have the support of Russia and China. Britain took all his gold, I think in 2016 or 17, and give it back to him. Remember, he gave it to Britain to hold when he wanted it after America put the sanctions on him. Britain said, we ain't giving you back nothing. That's how Russia started sending, the food and the help, the aid for them. So now they go in and they take him 3 o'clock in the morning Saturday. Surely by 10 o'clock, 2 fighter jets got to fly. Nothing. By 12 noon, China got to send a boat over across the other side, the Pacific. Nothing. Maybe Trump sat down with them in a business deal and said, listen, I'm going to turn my back on Zelensky, Russia. You go have Ukraine. China, I see you all having issues with Taiwan down there, and I know you all want to do Japan in. I recently had a conversation with the East Indian son. He was breaking down to me. He was born in India. He was breaking down to me how China and India are bitter rivals. Bitter rivals, even though they do tons of business together. He said in the region, China wants to bully everybody and run everything in Asia. And India is not having it. So their long-term agreement with Russia that they had, they took all the defense and the money and started building up their weapons. They have 100 and something nuclear weapons now. Because they know that even though a major superpower has your back, every long-term agreement has its limitations. That's what he said. He said, our culture, we have a 3,000-year-old saying. When he said that, sir, my heart nearly dropped. I was like, I don't even know what that sounds like. Without the truth, we wouldn't have no 1,000-year saying.
You're right. You're right.
He's talking that like, he's not proud and vaunting it on me, but I could tell he taking pride in his people. He's like, he said the saying is to run a country, you have to have a pulse, and then you have to have a military. He said you build the treasury, and then you build your military. So he said once Russia started supporting them, they started seeking towards building their military and building their nuclear warheads. And that's why Modi didn't flip on Russia when Trump tried to pressure him. Remember, Trump him and say, nah, you need to come on this side, leave Russia alone. Modi said, I have a long-term agreement with Russia. I can't do that. He was explaining that's why Modi didn't flip. So who knows if they all made a deal to turn their back on Maduro and let Trump just go in there. It's, low casualty. We don't have to go to war. For a time, there will be peace. I'll control the West. Russia, you control the middle. And China, you control that side until they're ready to fight again. Because for sure by now, if the Houthis could launch missiles over Palestine, surely Russia could do something.
Right.
But they did not.
They did nothing.
He supposedly is a brother sitting at the table with the beast of the field, with the bear and the damn and the dragon, the bear, the eagle, and they served them up. They say, well, listen,
and gangsters know how to double cross.
Exactly, like real gangster thing going on right there. And as you were saying on this, he could have for sure been in on it. Like, okay, well, listen, I'll do that part then. Just make it look good, and go all the way with it, because for sure the whole world is baffled at what the hell is Russia doing.
Right.
The whole world is baffled at what China is doing, but we for sure had the truth and the whole spirit of prophecy. What the Bible says is that the beast will devour us when it's time. When it's time, they will not make a deal with us like they will make a deal with themselves. And it explained why Trump was so hard with Zelensky. You ain't got no cards. You ain't got no cards. He's slamming him hard and then coming on the back end and he'll turn his back on him. When they was firing training missiles at Taiwan, they sent Nancy Pelosi down there. Remember the year before, they sent Nancy Pelosi down there to let them know that America stands with Taiwan, and Biden stammering, America stands with Taiwan.
Yeah.
Let's see in the near future, if Russia gobbles up Zelensky and China gobbles up Japan and Taiwan and Australia.
In Taiwan and all that, yep.
In Australia, you will know they made a deal with for Maduro. They made a deal that you'll take him, we leave us alone, because outside of that, the BRICS will bring them all the way into the war. They still go into war. But this thing don't sound right because it's already falling apart. You see how they said the cartel, they say Maduro was affiliated with the Department of Justice made that shit up.
Right. They came out with it, said that was a fake cartel.
Yep.
They made the whole damn thing up.
Made the whole thing up. The charging documents have nothing about fentanyl. All the boats they bomb for fentanyl, the charging documents cocaine.
Like they just lie and steal like it's nothing.
Like exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay. And if I could go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Cap.
Go ahead, Cap. I was just gonna add that, you know what I mean, right now I use a rule of thumb. Wherever he say that other people doing, he doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? He tell you, you know what I mean, your people, you know what I mean, abusing women, or they abusing women. You understand? That Epstein file, more than likely they might have to change it to where's the Roman one who married the horse?
Caligula.
Yeah, change that to Caligula files. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That what it is. But if I could get the second Ezra's 2:143. This is speaking what Commander Hannah was saying that Esau is trying to do right now with his people. You understand? He trying to, you know what I mean? He trying to secure his people throughout this entire earth. And right now, you're not hearing anything about the Palestinian, what the so-called small hats doing across there in Palestine. You're not hearing nothing. All you hear about Somaliland, and that's the last you hear about it. You know what I mean? Who knows if and then the woman who Dulce is her name, the president for Venezuela, she said it seems as if it have a tinge of small hats in this also too.
Dang.
She called them out. You know what I mean?
She called them out.
She called them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, they're right now trying to destabilize the whole earth because really and truly, if America falls, more than likely all our money, that Middle East, all that, you know what I mean, what that project they have across there and that they're carrying on in the Middle East is going to fall also too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can't afford that to happen. But second Ezra's
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
And this is what
Salaki.
And this is what Christ wants to do.
Yep.
You understand? Christ wants to come and set crowns upon black men the men who's supposed to be in rulership. The oppressor, he had his chance to rule. And he doing a piss poor job right now.
Right.
Piss poor job on here. He can't rule nothing, as you were saying. A servant can't run anything. The servant, he has to serve. You understand? And you can clearly see that the oppressor, he needs somebody over him so he could serve them. So he could tell them, no, you know what I mean, don't take this machine and do this. You go plant with this. Go do this.
Yeah.
You go and do this. You understand? Like down to him, you know what I mean, running, you know what I mean, being in charge of something, he is going to destroy it.
Right.
You understand? Any more on that?
Couple comes, sir. And was
Mm-hmm.
more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
That's it. That's Christ. Oh, Christ wants to put on your head, black man. What you gonna do?
That's right.
Yep.
You're gonna have to separate from America to get a crown. You're gonna have to separate from these Europeans, from these Africans, from these other nations. You're gonna have to separate.
Yep.
So like, can I say
Con-
one
if-
thing?
go ahead.
Get down. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay, so like, you want to say something, just so like I yield, John.
No. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to speak on the point of what Captain Nathak and everybody we've been talking about as far as like hit this man's behavior in the earth. And General, you said some heavy earlier about discipline, and the Lord, He's gonna put belt to ass when it comes to these types of situations, because when you going back to what you said about the birthright, General, and I remember bringing this out some years back when I think somebody might have tried to say that, you know, Jacob stole the birthright, and you brought it out. You said it was a legitimate sale.
Yes, it was.
It was a legitimate sale.
That was a legitimate transaction.
It was a legitimate transaction, General.
And a transaction that he didn't want to keep.
That's the water, General.
And if I could, I'm come right back to you. That his mother, being a wise mother, knew the transaction was made and went and ensured that the transaction went through.
Yes, right.
He didn't want to leave it to chance.
Right.
And let me tell you something. We should be sitting around waiting with our half-cooked bowl of porridge. Because he coming to get it.
Right.
That's right.
And when he do, you better have your transaction ready.
Yes, sir.
And know what it is you want when he come looking for your help. You know what I mean? That was a legit. They try to say that. Muslims try to say it as well. That he stole it. You getting some reverb, some backflow, right? I hear my voice in the system.
It should be good now, sir.
It should be like they try to say he stole it. No, he sold it.
That's it.
Like he was supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he was supposed to do, because he killed Abel in the beginning. And the Lord brought it back. And this time, remember, they had them records. This time, Abel said, "Oh, hell no. I'm going to get that birthright from him. I'm going to be laying on him. He running out there, greedy bastard, running in the woods every minute, trying to catch every piece of meat and every animal in there. I'm going to stay right here and till this ground and make some good porridge.
Yes, sir.
With what little is here. And when he fall, I'm going to get him." And that's what we supposed to be doing.
So like, if I could jump in there as well.
Because he is coming. Walking. I think I cut Kahan off though, Kabas. Kahan, was you done?
Oh no, I wanted to just say one more thing too, General.
So Lucky, Kabas, you take it next. I apologize. Go ahead, Kahan.
And it's so heavy because it don't have to even always be done.
Yeah.
Like the food it wasn't even done all the way.
Nope.
So like just putting the effort into it, like you said, is what we need to do as far as positioning ourselves. Time of being hunger bitten.
Yeah.
And you know, why Esau tried to genetically modify a blessing, and he can't do it. He can't do it. Like the more he tried to get into his power, like power is like it's almost like somebody power is tailor made. So it don't fit everybody. It don't fit him. I mean, he got it on, but he's uncomfortable. It don't fit him. He's doing things. Once again, he know how to grow government. He know how to shrink government, but he can't run a government. He can't. He rulership does not fit him.
Yeah.
And the world is seeing that now. The world is seeing that the emperor has no clothes. He's not fit for this position. You know what I'm saying? He has the quote unquote authority, but authority and power is two different things.
Right.
And he cannot genetically modify no matter what he does, he cannot genetically modify a blessing. And that's so heavy, General, you bringing out about the birthright. You understand? Because it's tailor made. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to bring that out, General, as far as that on that point. So like you.
Go ahead, Kapar. Damn right.
Man, y'all dropping it so heavy. I just want to jump on this because this is the proof right here, the historical proof that the 12 tribes coming together is a problem. Because I kept hearing about the Bolivarian Republic. So when I look up the Bolivarian Republic, Venezuela's real legitimate name is the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. When you look up Simon Bolivar, he was the 19th century revolutionary leader who played a pivotal role in the independence of Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia from Spanish rule. So he was getting the Asherites free from Spanish rule. But when you look even deeper, because I've heard of this as well, he was funded because he lost his initial support. He was funded by the Haitians. The Haitians, it says here on the AI, the president of Haiti gave Bolivar approximately 4,000 to 6,000 rifles, ammunition, food, and even printing press to spread revolutionary ideas. Hundreds of Haitian soldiers and sailors joined Bolivar's expedition to fight Spanish rule, and the only rule they had for helping them was you have to free all slavery. You have to end slavery in all them places you fight. Then you get even...
You bringing nuclear tonight. Go ahead. Let me let you finish.
It's the last part right here. Because it blowing my mind. I kind of I heard all these different things, but I never... So when you go even in deeper, even it goes into Cuba. Because during the time of Simon Bolivar, Cuba was one of the few places in the Americas that did not gain independence. However, the connection was deeply personal for Bolivar. You had Cuban soldiers who also volunteered to fight with Bolivar's army. And it goes all the way into the relationship with Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez. Because it keeps going. Because Cuba sent tons of doctors to Venezuela, and Venezuela sent oil to Cuba. Even when Hugo Chavez caught cancer, where did he go? He went to Cuba for treatment. You go look in the history, he went to Cuba. So all the tribes really been fighting to kind of come together, and the oppressor been on it. He already know what it is. He know, a Haitian going over here, there's free slaves over in Venezuela. Then the Venezuelans getting with the Cubans. And it says something here about Puerto Rico too, but I didn't get to read it. This is all the AI's breakdown, is give the history quick. So the 12 tribes coming together. That's all. I mean, this is stuff I gotta dig into more as well and bring out in classes, because this is history that is not taught. This is history that is not taught.
And that's one. If I could, y'all, Salagi, that's one of them factors that nobody even considered. Nobody even considered if they start coming together. And here's a more frightening thing. Like what you brought out was a crusade under Bolivar. Like that's a crusade, and they joined up with it. Like you can't control people. You can only control yourself. And if you deal with people right, like that scripture said, with mercy, you will do well to your soul. But if you don't know what those people will do. Because you could have a whole Latin revolt. Remember, you've been dragging them out the country already in ICE detention centers. Now you done went down there and bombed them. All of Latin America could turn on you, and you would have then here we are. And these are the 12 tribes of Israel. This is not no lightweight thing. And it's not a lightweight thing at the end of captivity. When the Lord said the transgression of desolation has come to his end, and you out there messing with them, man, it's a bad thing. Like what you bringing out is potentially nuclear. And I thought about this too. Like, what happens if the robots come out? And remember, they said some of the robots seem like they got their own sovereign mind. Like they've been putting different data, and they've been lying about stuff and all that. What if they come together and compute that the problem is the Edomites? Now you got a whole robot fucking revolution going on in your shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I learned from young in this truth. Never, ever put any weight on anything greater than the Most High.
Right.
Because the Most High can work so many ways. Like, he played chess on a whole nother level.
That's right.
He see the board inside, outside, every which way, and he can come at you in 1,000 different ways.
Yes, sir.
And he said he don't like that pride. He said he hated for proud look. You get puffed up and proud and act like you the big dog. He had to come in and show you he's the big dog. And what you just said, Kapash, about how, you know, this cat had a serious revolution straight out of Venezuela, backed by the Haitians who probably had recently got free.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, man, and all the nations, and then your big mouth about what you gonna do in your backyard and nobody can't do in your backyard and all that talk. What are you stirring up, man, in the world?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, China and Russia is still sitting there. They ain't did nothing. They bitched up, but they definitely looking for the opportunity to get right on it. And if they can do it from the background, they surely wouldn't hesitate. Kapash, what you brought out, that shit is serious. Like, you brought out how the mind of Israel came together. Like, as a slave, I didn't even think about it until you brought it out. Like, my head didn't even go there until you brought it out. Like, the same could be with the robots. Any goddamn thing. The mosquitoes could turn on your ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? What the hell are you gonna do?
Yep. And generally, if I could, I do believe, I think Bolivar, I think he was a Spaniard, but he turned around and fought for, you know, the whole South American continent and got the help from Haiti, because remember, Haiti had to turn back the conquistadors the same way.
Right.
Got wind of what he was doing, and they sent the help freely. That's why some of them, the South American countries, the flags have the same colors as Haiti, is the red, the blue, and they'll add the yellow, different variations of the yellow.
And the white.
The red, the blue, and the yellow. So they definitely, for sure, came together on a level that Esau knew from back then. You can't let Haiti rise no more, and you have to keep a strong foot on the neck of that South American continent, because if it is, you allow them to come together, it's going to be too much of a problem. It's going to be way too much of a problem.
And Mashak, you just brought up another nuclear damn bomb. Like, what? Tons of these Edomites is married to Israelites. Tons of these Edomites don't want nothing to do with no Republican racists.
Yeah.
These Edomites own the real estate we done lived under. They done lived in the hood. They done made money in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And some of them just plain out don't like the injustice. Like, you start getting Edomites against you, man, you don't know what the hell this could end up at the end of the day.
Right.
God. What you're saying, if I could, is so heavy. Just recently, Texas put out a camp video of a devil trying to kiss the boots, and you had it looked like an Issachrite and a Jake trying to stop him. Like he's like, no, I need to do this for my ancestors was wrong, and he's like, and they begging and pleading with him, get up, don't do it, get up. And the spirit of the Lord is like bringing him down. You know what I mean? And then one last thing it says on here, AI says, an interesting fact, the relationship became so close that Chavez once described Venezuela and Cuba as one single nation with two flags but one heart. So that's Venezuela and Cuba as two nations with one heart.
That's why Trump going for Cuba.
Yeah.
It was some Cuban officials that got unalived. That was part of the security team.
Get out of here.
When they went to go get Maduro, it was some of them was Cuban nationals.
Yeah, Cuba had sent soldiers down there. Cuba had sent some soldiers down there to support. Did it, which is why the thing is like a whole setup, because the Friday Maduro met with Chinese officials.
Yeah.
The Friday he's meeting, they have him, they show you the whole thing in the full suit. Saturday morning they come get him, and nothing with the Chinese officials. You didn't take the Chinese officials too. I thought he had war with China.
So, like, if I could, what I was going to bring out, piggybacking off what Captain Kaposh brought out, back when Hugo Chavez became the president in Venezuela back in '98, before he made the transition to socialize the oil industry, he took on Cuban security. He reached out to Cuba and Castro and them, and he made his security forces all Cubans because he didn't trust that he could. He didn't feel like he could trust his own people to be free from the influence of the CIA and American government. So in the raid to capture Maduro, 32 Cubans lost their lives because Maduro's entire security force was made up of Cubans. Like Captain Kaposh brought out, the relationship between Venezuela and Cuba, the entire time that America has put an embargo and sanctions against Venezuela and not allowing them to sell their oil, they have, in addition to selling their oil to China and Russia for pennies on the dollar, they also sold their oil to Cuba, which is how Cuba has been able to sustain itself with the embargoes and sanctions that America put against Cuba. So that relationship between Venezuela and Cuba has been a strong one for some time. And it's, till this day, like I said, 32 Cubans are the ones that lost their lives in the raid that Maduro brought down. And one more thing, when Chavez socialized the oil industry and got rid of all of them oil companies, the businesses that suffered the most were the small hats. And the same ones who Fidel Castro kicked out of Cuba during the Cuban Revolution. All of those Cubans that get, quote unquote Cubans, that got kicked out of Cuba during the Castro Revolution, a lot of them were small hats. You go down to Florida right now, a lot of them Florida Cubans that's extremely right-wing and Republicans, a lot of them are small hats. Right. Marco Rubio, his parents is part of that small hat diaspora that was kicked out of Cuba and he wanted to go back into Cuba and get back in power, but they couldn't do it because Cuba was supported by Venezuela.
And JFK stopped them from the Bay of Pigs.
So that's why as soon as they went into Venezuela, the first interview that Marco Rubio did, he brought up Cuba. Because Venezuela being weakened is now the signal that now we can go get Cuba, and they warning the Cuban president, we coming for you next. And that's the whole domino effect of all of this is the small hats wanting to get back and America being the conduit through which they can exact their revenge on all these people that have revolted against them and stood against the empire. It's a lot.
Wow. If I go ahead, Cap.
No, go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Cap, Soccer War, you ain't bring out what Maduro said about the small hats. You did a video last couple days.
I did a video. Maduro got a video from saying that the 12 tribes are not the people that's in Israel today. Netanyahu he's a fake Jew. He's from Poland. They are not the original people of the Bible, and that war over there is not a religious war; it's a geopolitical war, and that's another reason why they wanted to get Maduro out of there. Another thing, there's a lady who they said won the elections in Venezuela last year. They trying to get to be in power, right?
Right.
Her first move that she wanted to make, once they got Maduro out, she thought she was going to be transplanted in. Her first move was to take the Venezuelan embassy and move it to Israel.
Wow.
She won. The reason why Donald Trump won't let her become the president is because she was granted the Nobel Peace Prize this year over Donald Trump.
Damn.
Donald Trump don't like that this Jew Venezuelan broad get his Nobel Peace Prize, which is why he said, the vice president down there, we're going to let her stay in power. I'm not granting this small hat broad to be the president because she took my Nobel Peace Prize.
Damn.
It's all
like that's heavy. Like it's so many factors. This thing could go anywhere from here.
Right.
That's so heavy.
One more thing, if I could, sir. It's a lot of different factors and different things, but at the boil it down to the crux of it, at the core of all of this, which has really been at the core of all the major wars in the last 100-something years, is the small hats and their reserve banking system. Another thing Cuba and Venezuela and China, these countries have in common is they don't have a central bank. They are dependent on the small hats banking system in order to be able to borrow money at debt and be indebted to a system to pay back. So the big threat of the loss of the petrodollar is it takes away the small hats chokehold on all money. Because with the revolutionary thing that BRICS and China is trying to do is they're trying to go back to a currency that is backed by gold. The whole revolution of the BRICS is we're going to get rid of the dollar and the Federal Reserve centralized banking system, and we're going back to the days where money is backed by gold and by silver. So like one more thing, and I'm going to land, sir. On the Friday before the invasion, right, on January 1st, China put out a message to the world that they were no longer selling silver.
Wow.
Now, China does not control the earth's silver, but the problem is China's the only place where silver is manufactured. So when they go digging up in the earth, they go digging for zinc and cobalt and nickel and all these other metals, silver is often found in the mix. But the only place on the planet right now where you can melt all those different metals down and sift through all that dirt and refine silver to be used for computers and microchips and things like that is China. So when China came out and said, we're not selling silver anymore, meaning you can't get silver unless we give you permission, that to America was like, yeah, B, your money don't mean nothing no more. Your dollar doesn't mean nothing no more. And America, their response to that was, well, we're going to take the oil from Venezuela. So it's a lot of, it's like, this is a major turning point when it comes to the earth rebelling against the small hat powers that be behind the scenes that have been controlling and dictating the movements of everybody in the wars and who lives and who dies behind the control of that monetary system. It's a lot.
Heavy. Give it up, y'all. Give it up. That was amazing. That was amazing inside out.
So, Jennifer, I made two, sir. Oh, Sly, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. No, you got it.
Come, sir, and just Captain Saga War going into the history, and Captain Saga was a beast with the history, and I love that history. This ties right back into how the hypocrisy of how they cutting down on the drugs. When there was a movie called The French Connection,
I remember.
Sir, that movie.
Philosophy told my age.
Well, I know it too, General Salagi. It was a Tawar movie, and it's based off of the real French Connection, which was the connection of crime, the national crime syndicate that was ran by the Jewish mobster Meyer Lansky in conjunction and protection of the CIA. And what they were doing was they were taking opium from Indochina, from the Chinese, and the entire process, the entire manufacture process and distribution process was they were taking opium from China and then shipping it to France. And then the French were shipping it to, I might be getting the countries confused in the process, but they were sending it to France, and then France would send it to Sicily. And the Sicilians would process it, and then they would send it to Cuba, because the Jewish people had a strong, just like what Kawasaki was bringing out the history, those small hats, those Jewish people who the white man today tries to claim is Cubans, that's white people. The whole drug trade in Colombia, the drug trade in Cuba, the drug trade in Venezuela, these are all Jewish people, Europeans, that have placed themselves in these nations. And that's why Cuba was the last place where these drugs were sent before they were shipped to Harlem, New York, where now the Italian mob, the Jewish mob, they would distribute the drugs to but the main black drug dealers, and they would distribute it to the small-time black drug dealers in the jazz clubs, but it was black people's faces who they were putting on the front of newspapers, and they were talking about on the radio broadcast as the kingpins and as the drug dealers, when this was an entire white man operation for the whole entire process, mainly the Jewish man. And it ties into what Cam Sakura was saying with how the Jewish man was in these South American and Central American and Caribbean nations. This was the Jewish man's whole thing, and they had the protection of the CIA. I forgot the operation name. I used to know it on top of my head, but it's one of the, you can look it up. It's one of the CIA operations. It's connected with French Connection, sir. It's all tied in. How you charging people, our brothers, with drug selling when you've been involved with this, with the crime syndicates for as long as we can remember, since the 1800s. This is what you do. This is your business. This is your bread and butter. And so it's like it's again back to the analogy. You eating all the cookies and then turning around knowing you ate the goddamn cookies and saying,
yes,
they eat, the brother and sister right here ate the cookies, nigga. I can't wait till daddy get home, nigga, because you know
God. So there's gonna be some beatings in that day, yo, man.
It said it's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah.
So like I said, one more thing if I could bring out.
Come on with this rock and roll.
This goes back to the Stephen Miller interview as well. Right. I remember there was a time where, a lot of fake Israelites and cats that think they know something about the Bible tried to talk about the mark of the beast. I remember being young in the truth, and they were saying the mark of the beast was the microchip, and they going to come and make you take a microchip in your arm and in your forehead, and Commanding General Yohana and the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge taught that the mark of the beast was the white man's capitalism. It was the white man's democracy, and that if you didn't accept that capitalism, if you didn't accept that democracy, you would be cut off from the earth and doing commerce. And how you broke down something and brought out that this was talking about international business. This wasn't talking about a man going to the grocery store buying potato chips, but this was talking about nations' ability to be able to buy and sell. Well, in the interview that Stephen Miller did with Jake Tapper, he brought out that they are the beast. And the reason why Venezuela is cut off is because they have not accepted the mark. And I don't even know if he meant for it. So no, okay, he doesn't literally say it, but if I could, Captain Mashak, and we could play the 6 minute and 23-second mark of the video. Stephen Miller says, well, I'm gonna let the video speak, and then we'll come back to it, sir. Salaki.
Pull it up because I closed it off.
Okay, come on, yeah. So in the interview, Stephen Miller is talking about what they've done in Venezuela, and he's speaking about why he's so confident that it's going to work. Jake Tapper is like, well, y'all gonna send the military in there? He's saying we don't have to send the military. He's saying, you gonna put boots on the ground, and is Donald Trump going to be the one making the decisions for Venezuela? And Stephen Miller says we don't have to. We're already in control, and he gives the reason why they're in control. You understand? And if you understand the mindset behind what Stephen Miller is saying, exactly what the scriptures lays out concerning the beast that would be the one that would be in charge of men eating and drinking and living on the earth. Salaki.
Wow. You said 6 minutes?
6 minutes and 23 seconds, sir, if I could.
It's one that even members of Congress who are big Trump supporters say day-to-day operations in Venezuela, that is acting President Rodriguez, right? It's not some sort of American emissary.
What I'm saying is, we'll keep going here, Jake. So I want to say what I'm saying, and you'll follow up. But what I'm saying is just one level above that, which is that by definition, we are in charge because we have the United States military stationed outside the country. We set the terms and conditions. We have a complete embargo on all of their oil and their ability to do commerce. So for them to do commerce, they need our permission. For them to be able to run an economy, they need our permission. So the United States is in charge. The United States is running the country during this transition period.
If that's true,
obviously that doesn't mean that President Trump is setting the bus fare schedule inside the country. So doesn't mean that President Trump is assigning the K-12 curriculum in the country.
The indictment that the president and the military.
Listen, Jake Tapper is a square himself. But watching this baldhead fool talk here, talking about they need our permission. Tapper can't take his arrogance.
Yeah.
Even that, like Jake Tapper, he is so sick listening to this fool talk.
Come.
Like this cat is super arrogant. Like by definition, we run in the country. In other words, by definition, we own this motherfucker.
That's right.
And he's coming out cold with it.
If I could, sir, the implications of what he's saying, he's talking about starving a nation of 32 million people. He's talking about an economy where no one can make money, nobody can get any medicine, nobody can get any food, nobody can get anything to drink. They can't have electricity or running water or the internet, like things that we take for granted. He's sitting there saying, yeah, they'll have none of it because we say so.
Wow.
What authority? Who decided that you was God over these people? Who decided that you were the one to determine life or death, who eats and who drinks and who gets to sleep with air conditioning in the summertime and with heat in the winter? But in his mind, that's their right. It's their right to determine what they can and cannot do. And that, Sir Salaki, is the mark of the beast.
That is truly the mark.
Salaki.
And General Salaki,
go ahead.
Guess what's his nationality?
Jewish.
Ashkenaz.
Yep.
Small hat.
Wow. That's a hell of a thing came out that cave. Go ahead, that's Salaki.
No, that's why. That's why. You know what I mean. I had to go look him up the way he was speaking. He was speaking like one of them. Like they, you know what I mean. They run. You know what I mean. Like they, you know what I mean. You got to come to them basically.
Right.
Salaki, if I could, it's just like Haman. It's just like Haman. Like when you would look at the whole, like how they starving. Like now, not one mention of. Now at first, okay, if he's saying they're gonna help the Venezuelan people, why are you talking about a blockade?
You're right.
Why are you talking about permission? You ain't say you care more about Americans. Well, I'm not going to even say, man, you care more about their personal interests via America rather than the Venezuelan people. You're not looking like Captain Sock War brought it out. You ain't saying, man, you know what? Let's make sure can't stop the oil because that's their mode of survival. That's they gonna try to starve them people out of it, starve them into obeying what they want, man. So naked imperialism.
And you can tell this cat here, he wanted to be in this position since a child.
Yeah,
he's enthralled with that position next to Trump.
Yep.
He is enthralled with it.
Yep. You're so right. Like he wanted to have so much power. In high school, he watched men have power that he couldn't run, he couldn't jump. He probably wasn't smart enough. The way how he's talking, you can tell he's not that educated. He can't articulate ideas. He can't convey it well enough. He's not smooth. And he always had power. And he just was born into the right family that he's sitting at a table now. He could get on national television and stress permission for people who are poor and suffering. You need permission. You need permission. You need permission. The same thing they arrest Maduro for, being a dictator.
Right.
And they say he was a dictator and oppressing the people, and the people couldn't get this and couldn't get on TV saying if they want to do this, they need permission. If they want to do that, they need permission.
Come on,
you need permission. I mean, the way he's saying it, like he want to make sure if you listen, he want to make sure you completely understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Salaki, sir. Oh no, go ahead, Cap. Salaki.
No, I'll be quick. Salaki. And if you think he's bad, his wife is worse. His wife was she was on I forget this show host, and she got into an argument, and she told the dude that I'm going to ask my husband to get you deported.
Damn.
That's all brazen there.
So like the day after they captured Maduro, Stephen Miller's wife posted a picture of the country of Greenland covered in an American flag and said, this is next. That was the caption. This is next. And it was Greenland with an American flag wrapped around it. One thing. Salaki, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cal. So I want to say one thing about Stephen Miller. Go ahead.
We'll say real quick, right? That's why, sir, when you brought up the analogy earlier about the father, I mean, the interview was right on. The whole, they gonna need permission and they gotta come to us. Like, they so badly want to be the father of the earth, the father of the nations, the one that everybody looks to, and that right belongs to the Lord. Like the audacity of these devils to position themselves as though they are the most high power is the reason why no one is going to bat an eye. No one is going to be sad. No one is going to wonder, why is this horrible thing happening to these people? The earth is going to exhale. All of the meek and the poor and the oppressed everywhere on the planet are going to rejoice when the day comes that the Father visits the earth and our King crack that sky and the white man gets put in the place that he belongs, which is in the cage for everybody to look and hiss and sigh and say, is this the man that caused the earth to tremble? So like I paraphrase Isaiah 14.
Like they've been telling themselves that they the chosen so long that they done got drunk with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the Lord said, thou has become drunk with the wine of fornication. Like they is drunk with it. You know what I mean?
The pride of thy heart have deceived thee.
Yes, that's it. That's so it. You know, man.
I wouldn't doubt that whole operation done put an extra gas in the tank that probably fueled that shooting in Minnesota. Because Trump said
like they ready now.
Yeah,
the Lord got them ready, boy. He said, "I'm gonna let y'all get out there and get it on." Go ahead, Falaki.
Yeah, it's so free. It's like freeing for them because Trump said he watched the whole thing on the body camera, the whole operation. And he said like it was like watching a movie. It was so beautiful. And
wow,
so much other of their people seen Maduro look scared or disheveled, seen his wife say something, seen the soldiers come in the room where they get him ready, then they put him in cuffs. That thing, if they watch that, when they come out on the street the next day, or they come out in public the next day, they are 10 feet taller in their mind.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're not the same person like before.
That's right.
Yes.
They're 10 feet taller in their mind. And if you say no to them, like the woman in the car, you have to die.
Yeah.
To die because we just went and took Maduro out his house.
Right.
Everybody asks permission. You want to leave, you have to ask me permission to leave.
That's right.
You need permission to drive away.
Yes.
Like they're in full emboldened now. Every last one of them is fully juiced and gassed up now.
Yes, they are. That's why the Lord said, "For this reason have I raised thee up." Like he done brought them right. They there now. Man, like it even took a fight to get them where they needed to be.
Yeah.
Like they weren't puffed up enough.
Right.
So the Lord said, let me get them all the way puffed up.
Yeah.
To get all the way up in this fight. And brother, whoo.
So
man, the Lord said, "I shall slay he that pisseth against the wall."
Yes.
Go ahead, Salakia.
No, General, it's funny, you man. That's so heavy. Cap too, what Cap Mashak brought out, man. I remember Captain Soccer War. He brought up. I think it was last show y'all had where he talked about Judge Dredd. And that movie. Every time I see that movie, man, look like when the Judge Dredd, he violated whatever he was supposed to do. And he was already like, the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
When they brought him before the council and they started stripping them medals off of him, they said, "You are no longer a judge and you a violation of the law." He said, "I am the law." Like, "I am the law." Like, you were no longer. They stripping them. It was funny, man. But
that arrogant.
If I could, that's so strange and that's so accurate. Because I was wondering, I got the devil on my slavery who's not a supervisor. He's the middleman to the supervisor. He was talking to me like he was James Bond today. I'm like,
dang.
he was like, "Yeah, you can go ahead, Kaposh. Go ahead." I'm like, why are you nigga? Was you Captain America, nigga? Thor or something? You trying to talk tough today? I was wondering what's going on. I see what's going on. They puffed up.
They pumped up big time now. They feeling it now. We got it. Trump on the run. And listen, Trump gonna get a taste of it and realize, oh, this is what I got to do to get y'all on my side. So no problem. He's a showman. He know what to do.
Yeah.
So, brother, now, like they in the slide now. They ready for the Most High to bring everything that he's bringing. They ready for it.
Yeah.
Because they up in it thick and deep and, and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
ICE getting them at home. We going to go out there and get them out there.
Yeah.
But nobody knows the work of the Most High, man. Nobody knows what secrets the Lord had prepared for all nations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they for sure erect any Roman Empire again and spreading themselves thin like Rome. Like this ICE situation had the potential now to cause civil war at home over this white woman.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna have a war, at home and abroad, in the backyard and overseas. It's just gonna be too much, too fast.
Yeah.
Too much, too fast is going to be horrible, and the Third World War is going to, come up because BRICS is still marching on. BRICS is still pushing. They have the Epstein files and the Maduro thing all in our news, but on the other side of the earth, BRICS is still running. BRICS, they're trying hard to get this BRICS off the floor so that they could in America. They want to do it so damn bad.
Wow.
And if I could,
go ahead. No, go ahead, Chris.
No, real quick, that's what some of the experts were saying. They were saying America's involved in Ukraine, in Syria, in Yemen, in Iran. Just did something in Nigeria. Got all these different conflicts going on. Why would they try to do a nation building conflict in Venezuela, like go in and take over and try to really run that country, which they don't have the power to do? With all the people, they could do try to what they did in Afghanistan. And the experts were saying, why would they they're just getting into too many things. There's so many things that's going on the table, and the fight in the Antarctic or the Arctic, that Greenland area, because of basically of so-called global warming, that the polar ice caps are melting. So that is becoming a new arena, a new trade area where Russia can trade and make moves through that area because the ice is melting. So, like you said, that's even what the experts are saying. They spreading themselves too thin. America's, starting stuff everywhere, and they're not going to be able to keep up. How are they going to keep up when they can't stop nothing that's going on? They saying they got kicked out of Yemen, or the Houthis pushed them out. So, it's not good.
It's on. Tap, I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm finna run out on y'all.
Yeah, this was one of them nights. The topics will just keep us going till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, Joe, this is the first 7 days. Trump done erased the whole memory of 2025. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Thursday by noon. I'm gonna be on the news to see which oil tanker he take, who in jail, who not in jail. It's like I can imagine this is how excited them women be watching them housewives dumb shows. Next episode to see who gonna fight. I wanna see what other dumb shit he gonna do.
Yeah. And who gonna check his moves?
Right.
Or is it true that he is fully unfettered? You know what I mean?
So like, if I could, I've seen it online. A lot of people saying, "Is this the final season of America?"
Yo, man.
just like a sitcom or something. Like you said, Cap, they looking, is this the final season?
We in that final season, man. Who gonna make war with the beast? That's the name of this season. Who will make war with the beast? We right there.
Yeah.
So again, to Walla Kabandre and Hannah for coming on tonight. Everybody pay your Passover fee, man. ISUPK.com. $200 for every person 17 years and over. All is welcome. But for you 17 years and over, adults, $200 per person. It's a bargain of a deal. Week-long itinerary, events, performances, games, the whole nine, and Passover.
Food, everything. food, liquor, everything.
Everything covered, man, for that $200 for a whole week. That's better than any timeshare. I dare you to find my timeshare better than that deal. That's the
True
best
that.
deal on the block. You know, April
Yeah.
4th, 57th annual Passover. We all make it down to Houston, Texas. Pay your tithes, isupk.com. Send all your increase and earnings to the priest and prophet of the Lord. We in tax season. Get that tax thing right. Cut your 10% off. Pay your Passover fee. Get down to the Passover, man. As they go to war for their country, we're going to go and honor the Lord. So he comes and makes war with them for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't forget, check out Commander General Yohana every Monday night on this channel, The Real General Yohana, 9 p.m. every Monday night. Black Watch right here live and direct, man. And with that, I say aloha panya. Barak.
Yabashma Shabraka thumb to what again, Akim?
That's
right.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.